Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat Live. This evening, it's Derby Day in Manchester. Manchester City versus Manchester United. Two sides competing at the sharp end of the WSL this season. It should be a very exciting clash. City will be looking to remain second with a victory, whereas Manchester United could see themselves climb above their rivals. So a lot at stake tonight, Harry. It's going to be a really interesting one, difficult one to call.
Yeah, very much so. As you say, a game that usually carries so much and has so much on the line. I think it's even bigger this season. This is one of the closest Manchester derbies we have had in the last few years, really. A game that could go either way. A game between both sides, which, as you say, would whoever wins will find themselves in the top three come the end of the game week. For City, it will be worrying. If they lose, they're outside the top three. For United, a glorious opportunity. They've been in brilliant form. They've played some brilliant football over the course of this season so far. A huge opportunity now to put all that practice into perfection and go and beat your rivals away at the Etihad.
Yeah, exactly. And it should be a really interesting one. I think, as you say, United are in better form of late. City coming off the back of a loss to Everton coming into this one. Then obviously they had an FA Cup game in the meantime against Ipswich Town, but I think given the fact their last WSL game was a loss, given the fact they don't have Khadija Shaw tonight, they don't have Lauren Hemp tonight, and they don't have Alex Greenwood, there's definitely a lot pointing in favour of United.
Yeah, very much so. As you say, Mark Skinner would have looked at that Man City team sheet and would have been very happy to see no Shaw and Hemp, but they're still a very, very good side, and Man City will pack a punch if they can get the right players on the ball. I think they've got Miedemar coming back for this game is absolutely massive, but these two sides have faced off 6 times so far since the WSL was formed. Man United have only won one of those games. City have beaten Man United 5 times. Is this United's chance to finally get another game over City and to fire themselves into third, keep the pressure on Arsenal and keep the pressure on Chelsea?
Yeah.
Fair enough. United are playing some of their best, the best football they've played over the last couple of years, and credit to Mark Skinner, credit to the team. They just have to get it right tonight, and it'll all be worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see whether they can pull off a performance like that. Sarah asking, why is Kelly not playing? And that is the question on a lot of people's lips throughout this season, really. But we do know tonight that she is linked with the move to Manchester United on loan, so that's why she's not in the matchday squad, because there is a bit of a clash there. And to be fair, she's not played all season. Gareth Taylor not wanting her in the squad seemingly. No. So, yeah, it's been a weird season with Chloe Kelly and that whole situation. It's really hindered any chance of City putting pressure on Chelsea, and now it looks like she may well join their closest rivals, which is a weird situation to find themselves in. However, it is expected that Caroline will join this week. I think it's a big problem they don't have her today because they do look severely weakened. On the topic of that, let's have a look then at the lineups for today's game. Of course, we are at the Etihad Stadium, the home of Manchester City. And the lineup is as follows. It's a 4-3-3 for Manchester City, as we've seen in every game this season. In goal, it's Kiara Keating, a back four of Kasparai, new signing Rebecca Knack, Alexandri and Ua Harby. In the midfield three, it looks like it'll be Hasegawa, Rord and Jess Park. On one flank, it's Mary Fowler. On the other flank, it's Fagino. And through the middle, Viviana Miedemar. Now, we hope it's Viviana Miedemar through the middle. It could be Park. It could be Park on the right wing, Fowler through the middle, Miedemar in attack midfield. I think that would be a huge waste of Miedemar's qualities. I think without Shaw in the side, they really need some box presence, and Viviana Miedemar gives you that. So if they want to win today, Manchester City, for me, there has to be Miedemar through the middle. If not, that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Miedemar, it'll be a huge opportunity for her if she was to put her through the middle to show how important she really is and how she is still a top quality striker, even if that's not a favoured position anymore. I think that Miedemar tonight through the middle can cause a real problem for this Manchester United defence. It is a backline that has been incredible this season, that has barely let anyone cause them any issues. Miedemar is the type of player that on her day, putting her body around, using her physicality and her ability in the air, could really cause some issues for the back to Eternal Letitia and could really put them to the test. So for me, it has to be Miedemar through the middle and let Fowler and Fagino do their work out on the width. And then we know how good Jess Park can be in that attacking midfield role as that furthest forward midfielder. So for me, it has to be that way round. Any other way round would be the wrong decision for me.
It's a huge waste of Miedemar not to use her as a striker. I get that if you've got Khadija Shaw in the side, then obviously Miedemar can't play up front. It's not really going to work as a 2, and she can play a deeper role. But tonight she should be playing as a central striker. If we see Fowler through the middle and Miedemar in attack midfield and Park on the right wing, you're putting 3 players out of position.
Yeah.
Which is a huge waste of the talent at their disposal. So I wouldn't understand that at all. But then again, this is Gareth Taylor, so you never know what's going to happen. Maybe he'll pull off Miedemar a few minutes before to do something crazy. Anyway, let's have a look at the visitors then. Manchester United is a 4-2-3-1 for United. In goal, Balantola's choice. She's been a major reason behind why they've only conceded 3 goals this season. In the back 4, it's Riviere, Laetitia Turner and Gabrielle George. Centre pivot of Hinata Miyazawa and Dominique Janssen. On the right-hand side, Chelin Bize. On the left-hand side, Leah Galton. Ella Toon returns for the first time since October in attacking midfield. And leading the line, it's Elizabeth Turland. Some big calls in there. Obviously, no Grace Clinton. She's made the bench tonight, but she was an injury doubt coming into this game. How much of an impact does that have?
I think it's going to be very, very interesting as, that is the only change between now and the side that beat Liverpool 4-0 in the last game of 2024. So, on the large part, consistency from Mark Skinner, and it shows that performance is the United standard. That 10 of those players are starting again tonight. That makes sense for me. As you say, Toon coming back in, forced through injury. Clearly, Clinton isn't match fit, but what an opportunity for Ella Toon. Came off the bench against West Brom in the FA Cup last weekend and scored. That was absolutely massive for her to be back on the score sheet. Tonight, what an opportunity in such a big game against your Manchester rivals away from home when you've had a bit of a tough season. A huge chance for Toon to show everyone how good she still is, and on her day, she is still an incredible footballer. Big chance for Toon. I think for me, she can have a massive impact on this game. And I will be. I really hope that she does play well and she does have massively impact this game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Clinton's a bigger loss than a lot of people expect. I think she's been United's most prolific player this season, been their most consistent player this season. I think she offers them so much in the final third. She's incredible at ball progression as well. So that's a huge loss for me. And I have doubts at the moment of Ella Toon. I don't have unwavering confidence that she'll just show up. But then again, this is Ella Toon. We know on a day she is a fantastic footballer. But if she doesn't show up today, that's going to hamper their chances massively in the derby. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play today. It's a big day for Ella Toon. The other thing that they're going to lose today is Clinton's ability in the press, because she'd cause City issues. We've seen already how City this season have been too stagnant in the press. And I think losing Clinton and having Toon, who isn't as good at all in the press, is going to be a problem. But they'll have to make up from that by using their wide players, by using Turland effectively. It'll be interesting to see how they look.
Yeah, very much so. As you say, I think the wide players have been absolutely key for Manchester United this season. Galton came back into the fold against Liverpool and looked really, really strong. Bize has, for me, been pretty consistent and has played pretty well when she's been... I mean, I know she's played right back for a bit, but since Riviere's come back, I think Bize on that right-hand side has looked really good. And Turland, when called upon, when provided with the opportunities, she has found the back of the net. And if we're looking at which team's going to be more clinical, which team's going to create the better opportunities, I'm looking at Manchester United. And I think that not only is that because they're very good coming forwards and they've looked really sharp, it's because they are so strong defensively. I think they could end up limiting City massively. That back four has been faultless, including Valentine's choice, have been absolutely faultless for Manchester United. They need to do that against They've only conceded 3 goals this season. That is absolutely absurd. And it's going to be very difficult for Man City to find the back of the net tonight against such a strong backline. Yeah,
undoubtedly so. It's gonna be a really good game of football. I think that's what we can recognise. It's going to be incredibly tight. We can see already in the poll and chat, 40% City, 33% United. That was 36% apiece a moment ago, and then 27% a draw. The public sentiment of this game is that it's going to be really tight. I think that it makes sense. These two sides have both been good this season, but City are depleted. United have been in form. It looks like it's going to be a very, very tasty one. Bernie up to the stream says, hey guys, I did predict a Cuthbert goal earlier. Looking forward to this one. Hope it's a good game. Yeah, I mean, that was fantastic to see. A big win for Chelsea as well. That was 5-0 in the end. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And so Cuthbert scoring on a 250th appearance, incredible stuff. HB saying, I strongly believe United have something for us tonight. I do as well. I think that their chances are slightly worsened without Grace Clinton in the side, and that's no slight on Ella Toon, that comment. It's just that I think Clinton has simply been United's best player this season.
Yeah.
And so I think that is going to be a huge loss. New says Taylor saw the success of Hasegawa and went and signed all the Japanese players. Yeah. I mean, we've just seen, is it Ayumu Oyama, I believe
yes,
is
I
the
think so.
pronunciation. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they integrate her as well. Sean Crazy says, come on, City. So we've got a lot of people supporting a lot of different clubs. Do get involved in the live chat. Give us your thoughts throughout tonight's watch along. But now, players out onto the field. It's time for predictions. Get involved in the live chat while we're giving ours. We'll start here in the studio. Harry, what is your prediction for tonight's game?
I think it's going to be a very, very close game. There's a lot of incentive tonight with a lot on the line. City want to get back to second place. Manchester United want to get into the top three. And you mentioned those results earlier. Chelsea and Arsenal both winning 5-0 today. It is very important for both of these sides to manage to a victory would be huge. Not only for the DSL, not only for how the table would read, but it's the Manchester derby. It's always a big game. It's always one you want to win. For me, I think it's United's day. I think Manchester will be red tonight. They've been in really good form. They've looked absolutely unstoppable. And I just don't see Man City scoring tonight. A mixture between City's inclinicality and United's defence being so strong. I am going to go for a very slim 1-0 Manchester United win. And it will be a wonder goal from Ella Toon. And it will be a big guess who's back announcement.
I like it a lot. I think there's a lot of variables that have impacted my judgment on this one. I think if Miedemar starts in the middle, it could be a different game. I think losing Clinton changes it slightly. I think, it's going to be interesting to see. So I'm going to go... It's difficult. I'm going to say 2-1 Manchester United. I think it's going to be a really tight one. I think United to score first through Elizabeth Turland. Then I think it'll be a Manchester City goal for Viviana Miedemar if she's starting up front. And then it'll be a United winner from Leah Galton, I'm going to say.
Ooh, like it. I like it.
Except to get Melvin Mallard off the bench. I think she could have a huge impact today.
And we should see Clinton as well off. We'd expect to see Clinton at some point off the bench, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Huge opportunity for United. I think this is their best chance to win the Manchester derby that they've had over the last couple of seasons. They've got to play each other again in the Subway Cup in a couple of weeks' time. So that makes it even more important, the fact they've got to play each other again.
Wednesday.
Oh, yes, this Wednesday. Okay, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, massive. Absolutely massive.
Just Park, 100 appearances. I imagine that must be in all senior football, not just a Man City. She's only been a starter this season and played a bit last season. So that must be all senior appearances. But there we go. Anyway, so Sarah says 1-0 to Man City. HB says 2-1 Man City. Burnley going 2-2 draw. So again, a lot of split opinion.
It'll be close.
Not many people saying United right now.
It will very much be close. I think that it's going to be a really tight match, whichever way it goes.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those where,
Oh no, Sarah's saying 1-0 to Man United, sorry.
Okay. I think it's one of those where first goal could be absolutely crucial. In terms, if City get the score first, that will, they'll do very well to get past the Man United back line, but B, it would set them up very well. If United, I think for City, if City score first, there's always a chance United get back into it. If United score first with their defensive prowess, I just don't see City getting back into the game.
Yeah, fair enough. There will be a minute's silence here in honour of Dennis Law and, various Tony Book as well. And Alex G going 2-1 Manchester City.
Yeah, every prediction so far has been a 1 or 2 goal margin. That's the kind of game it is. No side is going to turn up today and blow the other out of the water. We saw, when United came to the Etihad last season, it was a really comfortable. I think it was a 3-0 City win where Park got 2 and Shaw scored, if I remember rightly. And United weren't in that game at all. Tonight is one of those where we actually sit here now and we go, United could definitely win this game. And that shows how far how different United have looked this season compared to last. So
and if they win by a big enough margin, they can find themselves second.
And suddenly they look like the best side in the league, bar Chelsea.
That margin is 7-0, but
Okay, well, that might not happen, but overall, being joint on points, being joint second is still a very strong. Would be still a very strong way to kick off 2025.
Yeah, indeed. Looks like City have got quite the. United have got quite the away end tonight. Looks like an almost stronger turnout for United than it does City.
It's a big crowd. It is a big crowd, and that's what you want to see. A lively Etihad for such a huge game.
Yeah.
And
hopefully it is lively out on the pitch.
Yeah, it's going to be fire. It's the Manchester derby. There's always going to be fireworks. It's going to be a tasty one. It's going to be a feisty one. Be very interesting to see which side can win that, because that's also an important battle in a derby game. Being the best side, setting your team up to be the better team, playing the better football is one thing, but in a derby, if the other team has more fight, is a little bit more feisty, then it's going to level it out. So it's very interesting. I think United have looked better in terms of form and in terms of the way they've been playing. But if City turn up and they give it 110% and they're putting in big challenges and they're being strong and tough and embracing that derby spirit, then I definitely think that that could level the playing field a little bit and make this game very, very tasty. It's going to be tasty either way. It's the Manchester derby.
It really should be. Should be an exciting encounter. And as you pointed out the record earlier, United keen to get only their second win in history, in WSL history, against Manchester City. City will be keen, given what the media have been saying this season about them and how they are not quite in the title fight seemingly anymore. They'll be keen to put those murmurs to bed.
And so will Gareth Taylor. I think a man who's had a lot of questions asked about him over the last couple of years with the lack of silverware. City want to get back on track.
And both sets of players taking a knee in a stand against all forms of discrimination before this one. Then it will be Manchester United to get us underway here tonight. Ella Toon from the middle knocks it back, and we're underway here for the Manchester derby. Manchester City versus Manchester United, live in the WSL. And it should be a very exciting game. And it's City under pressure from the off here. Bizet gives it to Turner. Turner with a chance posted towards goal, and it's wide. Big chance early on. Manchester United, should they have capitalised there?
What a start. It's a brilliant kick-off routine. They just roll it back to Letizia and it goes long, and immediately Turland and Bizet are causing problems. They're putting the pressure on.
Oh, Harvey put under pressure by Fowler there.
I tell you what, that's not a bad effort from Turland, looking for that top right corner and just puts it wide.
City try and play out. Bizet putting the pressure on, but City do play out of the press successfully. Uwahabi into Jill Rord. Rord makes the mistake. Bizet intercepting, but it's out for a City throw.
Already a fast start. United wanting to put City under pressure from minute one and try and get that early goal. Because I said, they score early here, they'll fancy themselves to hold on to the result.
Here is Kiara Keating. Tries to play a pass out. It's misplaced again. Dominique Janssen into Bizet. Bizet, can she send one towards Ella Toon, who's in a great position. Shot saved by Kiara Keating. And the flag is up regardless.
But again, another fiery start. A poor pass out from Keating puts her side in a lot of trouble. It's well worked from United. And Bizet does well to spot Toon here. Toon just went a little bit early. But again, sharp stuff from Manchester United.
Probably she started her run already offside. So when she continued running, she was just even further off. But yes, shot saved by Kiara Keating either way.
But United are looking up for this. They will smell blood tonight. And again, another misplaced pass falling to the path of the United player.
Here is Jill Rord. Now Alexandri. They're being forced backwards here, Manchester City. Fagino holds onto the ball well. Gives it to Park, to Fagino. Park caught by Janssen. A complaint not heard by the referee. Alexandri. Pass forward into Miedemar. Miedemar now to Jess Park. And that ball is given away and Turland in, but it's deemed a foul on Park. And that was a slightly soft one. I think City will feel like they've got away with one there.
Yeah.
Should feel like they have. There's a bit of a pull from George, but the tackle was fairly clean.
I think it's the initial grab on the shoulder and pulling her back, but Park got a bit fortunate there, was dispossessed by George, and Turlin was bursting away.
Yeah.
City really slow to start, and United are up in their face, and City really not liking it.
No. Here's Rod. Now we were Harvey.
Ooh, again, Bizet looking sharp on that right-hand side.
And Miedemar's been picked off there, and it's now Turland in a good position, trying to poke it through to Bizet. Alexandra wants to see it out. Bizet competing for it out, though, for a goal kick. At least Viviana Miedemar starting through the middle. I think that's maybe that's the one positive you can say about City's first 3 minutes. But other than that, they have really struggled to play out. United are pressing really effectively, as we spoke about in our build-up or in our preview on Friday. We know how good United are out of possession. Their out of possession shape, their pressing structure, and their rest defence is really strong. And so it'll be really difficult for City to break that down and to find gaps in it. And so far, that has been proven to be true. Because City can't play out at the moment.
No.
Here's Keating.
And if United keep turning over the ball in City's half like they are at the moment, they will score eventually.
Asagawa forced backwards. And Hinata Miyazawa tonight seems to be doing a similar job to the one Meika Hamano did on Hasagawa in the game between Chelsea and Man City. Because she's just followed her everywhere she's gone so far.
Well,
as soon as they play out, which is where Hasagawa's really important, Miyazawa is on her.
Skinner's done his homework.
Gino caught there by George, and that's deemed to not be a foul. Already, though, George seems to be slightly behind the pace of that City attack. We've seen her had to pull back Park. That there looked to me to be a foul, but nothing given by the ref. Here is Fagino. Wants to take on Dominic Janssen. Janssen shrugged off there by Fagino. Plays it into Miedemar. Miedemar holds it up well. Finds Park. Park wants to come inside. Good challenge that from Gabriel. George got that one spot on. Toon turns out nicely, tries to release Leah Galton and does so successfully. Alexandria will come across and sweep up. Her touch isn't great though, and Galton will put her under here. She goes back to Keating and City can play out.
Yeah, not a bad ball from Toon that, but initially there for City, the positive, seeing that hold-up play from Miedemar, that she can hold the ball up against Turner. And
it's going to stick to it. Yeah. That's what they want from their striker. That's what they have from Khadija Shaw. It's what they'll get from Viviana Miedemar.
Brings Park, brings Fowler into the game and allows them to, those kind of players to really have an impact.
Very deep here, Miedemar.
Yeah.
To get involved. And that's one half of the field here by United. Galton competing for it with Kasparai. She shrugged her off, but then knocked the ball off the pitch. Leo as well asking where you can watch the game. It's, as Sarah says, it is available on Sky Sports. If you're in the UK, if you're outside the UK, it's whatever your WSL broadcaster is. So Kerstin Kasparai now with this throw-in.
United definitely the more aggressive, and in terms of not only it's a very aggressive press, but just every tackle. It's a strong challenge. They're trying to offset Manchester City, unsettle them in their own backyard.
Rod knocks it wide into Mary Fowler. Fowler with options ahead of her. Finds Zua Harvey. One back in there by Jade Riviere. Now United have possession. Letitia. Turner. This is the first time I've actually seen United have settled possession.
Yeah.
Now Riviere. Miyazawa. Tries to find Turland. Nak, though, does really well to come through and win the ball. Here's Viviana Miedemar. Tries to find Fagino. Cut out by George. It's going to fall in there for the onrushing Rord. Now Ua Harvey. As well to take that past Chelly and Bizet. Ball goes wide into Fowler. Fowler looking to take on Riviere. Goes back to Ua Harvey. Bizet tracks her well. Now Fowler off against Jade Riviere. Not happy with the options around her. Tries to find Ua Harvey again. Great tackle that from Chelly and Bizet. And then she clears her lines. Turland can't compete against Nak. Miyazawa it falls to though. Now Riviere. Miyazawa into Bizet. Bizet rolls one inside. Janssen. Calm in possession. Finds Riviere. United looking to come forwards. Riviere skips past Raw. Draws the foul. Giving us a throw.
Yeah, no foul apparently.
So City will play on now. But that is poor from Miedemar. And out for United.
The hold-up's initially good there from Miedemar. Just the flick to Fowler wasn't. The problem we start to see with Turland is that she's trying to hold that ball up against Nak, and by doing she's trying to back into her and just hold it up. But what Nat's doing really smartly is just going, well, if you're going to back into me, I'm just going to run in front of you and take the ball away.
Yeah.
And so far, that's really working for Nat. Not allowing Turlin to back into her and just stepping. It's risky because if you step forward and you don't get it wrong, then you're out of position and Turlin's in. But if you step
She's
forward and win the
jumping,
ball,
and she can do that because she has Alexandri,
Yeah.
and she knows she'll be covered in that. So they're doing that. Yeah, you are right there. They're doing that very effectively with Nak and Alexandri, and it's something they wouldn't have had with Alana Kennedy, either the physicality or the cover. But United have on the ball half the pitch now, and it's again won by Rebecca Nak, who's had a very good start in this game. Really very physical. Miedemar carrying it well. Now Park. Uses for Gino in the half space. Now back to Alexandri. Park again.
This is good for City though. They've settled after a frantic first couple minutes.
Park goes out wide. Here's for Gino. Inside to Kirsten Kasperai. Back to Jess Park. Kasperai tries to play that in behind to Park. Park brings it down well. Competing now with George. George nudges her. And that sees her go off pitch. And that will be a United throw. I'm glad the referee is allowing this game to be physical.
Yeah.
She's allowing this game to run, and it's making for a good contest.
Yeah.
Not penalising every shove or every nudge. Now, I think there are a few where she needs to maybe rein the game in a little bit.
Yeah.
But overall, it is a derby. You want that feistiness, you want that competitiveness, and she's just blocked Ella Toon's forward pass.
I think the rest going to take a minute. That's just smashed her in the face.
It's a fantastic interception.
Yeah.
And it's completely stopped United's break.
Yeah.
Anyway, United have possession back. Turner. Miyazawa. Now Turner. Miyazawa. Able to turn in there. I can't see why City are not punishing that quick enough. Tullis Joyce, and she's tried to play out. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate for City. She tried to play out. The header was won by Jill Raw, but it just fell to Park, who was coming back from an offside position.
Yeah, United were relieved there because that whole weird scenario where they find themselves in a weird position, it all came from that drop ball, and they didn't really know what to do with it because Turner took it, but she was 5-10 yards higher than any of the other defenders, so it was very hard for her to use it. But they've got a free kick, and you expect Tullis Joyce just to send this one long.
Yeah, Sarah says, do you lot know where Kelly is? Kelly's not part of the matchday squad today as she's currently negotiating a move away from Manchester City. It's believed Manchester United are looking at taking her on loan for the rest of the season, which is a really interesting transfer. I mean, for City, it's a controversial one if they do decide to loan out to their rivals. For Kelly, it's an interesting one. For City as well, from a financial perspective, they'll be loaning her for 6 months to United, then to lose her for free. So it's a bit of a weird situation. I think either way, though, whatever happens, she won't be at Manchester City come the end of this January transfer window. Miedemar flicks on. That will fall to Letitia, though. Raymond Johnson says Chelsea's 7-point lead. Well, yeah, at the moment, they have a 7-point gap to Arsenal. Obviously, if Manchester City win today, that will be closed to 5. Still, though,
6.
A commanding lead.
Is it not? Is it 5?
No, it was 6, sorry, yeah. I was adding 3. I forget that it's already added a point for them drawing.
Oh, yeah. But that's the thing. Even a win for City still would I mean...
It's a really important win, though.
It would be.
Obviously.
And obviously it would take the gap to United, between them and United, to 4 points. But they'd still only be a point ahead of Arsenal.
6 points is not insurmountable.
No.
Because that's Chelsea losing to Arsenal and then City beating Chelsea.
I think if City lose,
and then they're level.
They are 9 points off Chelsea.
Well, exactly. I think if they lose today, their race is all but run. They've still got to play Chelsea as well, which is going to be a very difficult game. Still got to play Arsenal. That's coming up in 2 weeks' time. And if Chelsea beat Arsenal, then I think City look around and go, well, who's going to take points off them? Leicester. Because that's the only team that's done it so far.
Yeah.
Who are hardly in possession.
City have settled, which is important for them. First 5 minutes, United were pressing them very high, and City were struggling a lot. Well, that isn't a very good pass from Alexandri, and Galton put a bit of pressure on, but Kasperai will take the throw.
Bernie says PTJ is proper tall. Yeah, she's very tall goalkeeper. Tullis Joyce, her frame is part of what makes her so difficult to get past.
Yeah, and part of this Man United backline who have conceded, after 10 games, they don't quite hold the record because Man City in 15-16 had only conceded 2 after 10 games.
Wow.
But for United to only concede 3 after 10 games is incredible.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous defensive record. They've been very good. And it's a lot of it comes down to personnel, but the bigger part of it is that tactically they've been brilliant. Galton has burst past, has to go a chance for United into the side netting. And she's lashed at that a little bit. But wow, what an opportunity for Manchester United. They'll be gutted it goes begging.
Really good.
Galton just burst past it. Used brute force to get past Hasegawa. And Keating did not look confident.
Yeah, she would
Got to go
do
across
better.
goal there. Has to go across goal.
Would have wanted to do better with that. It's lovely play between... it goes from Miyazawa to Janssen to Toon. Toon lanes it lovely into Galton so that she can just burst away with that first touch. Uses her pace to beat Hasegawa, and she'd have expected to do better with
Brilliant
the finish.
from Miyazawa. Lifts it in behind. Turlen now to Toon. Toon in on goal. Lifts over the keeper, and it's in. Manchester United lead. Manchester City 0. Manchester United 1. A deft touch from Ella Toon on her return. And City opened up. United capitalise. And of course, who else but Ella Toon? What a finish. Manchester City 0. Manchester United 1.
And what a start from United. It is a brilliant, brilliant move. It's a lovely little dink into Turland, who plays it, whether she means to shoot or whether she means to play it back to Toon, I don't know. And then Ella Toon with a lovely, lovely little dink. And a huge goal for her. Back amongst the goals last week in the FA Cup on her return. And her first OSL start, and she absolutely delivers. Really good start from Manchester United.
And again, it all comes from these duels. United have won every duel so far.
Miyazawa, it's
Miyazawa
so good.
lifts it in behind to Turland. Turland's there. It was a missed shot, but Toon was there to sweep it up, to pick up the pieces.
And
she shrugs off Knack so easily.
Yeah. And Toon, it's a brilliant finish. It is an absolute brilliant finish. A player who, when she was out of form, she was lashing at these chances and getting them all wrong. But she just takes...
Such a good finish. And Cat Bryce should do more to prevent it. But it's a difficult one anyway to deal with. Toon does well. United lead.
Huge goal for her. In 20...
And now United are coming forwards with belief. Turland pokes it down the line. Bizet against Uahabi. Still going, Chelin Bizet. Uahabi wins it back though.
And just as City started to settle into the game, United hit them like that. And it's a really well worked goal.
Into Bizet. Uahabi wins it back though. And we spoke there about how Knack has been jumping onto Turland, winning that ball back. That's the problem when you get it wrong.
Yeah.
When you get bullied there by Elizabeth Turland. Yes, she brought Turland down, but it fell wonderfully for Toon, who lifted it over Kiara Keating.
Yeah, not much more the Keating could have done about it. It's one of those finishes that you just have to stand there and applaud.
Yeah. Yeah, and a huge start in the derby here for Manchester United. Sean Craig says, what club do you two support? We're both Chelsea fans, but we try and be neutral on these broadcasts. For obvious reasons, because we've got fans of loads of different clubs watching. Obviously, if we're watching Chelsea, we're going to celebrate. And if we're watching Arsenal and they lose... Nah, joking. But yeah. Here's Jill Rord. Goes back to Keating. Into Hasegawa. Now Alexandri. Plays it forward, looking for Rord again, but it's won back by United. And City look out of ideas after 16 minutes.
They can't get out. They'd settled into the game.
Now Jade Riviere, United again looking control. Ball in. Toon can't meet it. Knack heads it away. Riviere. Bizet apparently offside there. That's sloppy.
Yeah.
And it allows City to have the ball, which they haven't for a few minutes now.
Yeah. It's, United started very fast, hard and fast, and we're playing some really nice stuff. Putting the pressure on Man City. Man City then had a lot of the ball, and they've had a lot of the ball, 72% of it, and United are just hitting them, they're just pressing really well, and when they win the ball back, they're taking effect. Man City haven't had a shot yet. United had 4, but United have only had 28% of the ball because United are happy to let City have the ball, and then they just run after and they press them so aggressively, win that ball back out of the pitch, and have a go for a goal.
Riviere lifts it in behind to Turland there, and again United are into City's third. Bizet. United have got to build on this. Such a fast start. They lead by a goal to 0. They can't rest on their laurels because City will come up with answers in the second half. Ball in, but it's claimed by Keating, who reacted quickly.
Really sharp from Kiara Keating without it. Leah Goughton was waiting there to head home for Manchester United, second of the game. But as you say, United they're on top of City right now. City cannot get out. But if United can get a second or a third, they put this game in, make this game really comfortable for them. If they don't score again, City will always just still have that hint of being able to get back into the game.
Yeah. Kieran says there's more City fans at this game than the men's game. Yeah. More real ones, at least. Here's Miyazawa. Now Toon. Tries to play it in behind for Bize, and Bize's in behind it. Nak is struggling out there at the moment. Turn, and it falls to, and it takes a deflection, and that aids Keating.
Yeah.
But City are all over the place. And again, Nak has got to... She just looks like she's running in half speed there against Bize. I know Bize's a fast player, but got to be closer there. And then Keating does well, actually, to react there.
That touch off Kasparai made it so much more savable. It did take... It was good reaction.
It took it away from her, but it took her... Because that shot was going across goal, it came towards the middle of the goal where she was. Yeah. Even if she had to change, obviously, her react very quickly. But yeah.
Really good stuff again. And that combination we've seen so many times for United. Bize to Turland.
Toon does really well just to hold that up. Tries to find Gabrielle. George does so successfully. George against Fagino. Will go inside to Dominique Janssen. Janssen back to Turner. Now it's with Letitia. Now Fallon, Talis Joyce. First time we've seen Talis Joyce all evening, it feels. 20 minutes in, and that's the key difference. United have been in City's third for most of the first half. City have barely had a sniff, and they're coming forwards again here. Manchester United, Bize, ball into the box, looking for Toon. It's going to fall to Kasparai, who's under pressure and has to knock it out for a corner. City are at 6s and 7s at the moment. They're getting opened up every time United touch the ball.
Yeah, they are absolutely feeling it. Kasparai there just will be happy just to turn it out for a corner, just to get a bit of rest. It is relentless from Manchester United. They are not letting up. And they've throughout this season, they've just built on every single performance. They've got better and better as the season's gone on. And tonight...
It's culminated in tonight, where they've looked the most complete.
First 20 minutes, it has all come together. And a second goal would go a long way to really drilling that home.
Yeah, definitely. Ball into the box. And it's not dealt with by Manchester City, and it's there! Man City 0, United 2. Leah Goughton reacts quickest. City don't deal with the ball into the box, and Manchester United have doubled their advantage. Leah Goughton reacted quickest in the penalty area when the ball dropped. She spins round and fires home. City down now by 2-0.
It's an absolute mess. City don't deal with it, and there's problems all over the shop at the back. They're really, really struggling. No one deals with the corner. I think I'll be intrigued to see if Goughton had managed to stay on side, because she looked like she had come from behind. But either way, it's in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Manchester United.
Yeah. So the ball came in from Toon. It's been touched down. Goughton was offside, in an offside position there. But no City player even complains about it.
Yeah.
Not even a complaint from Manchester City.
And it's 2-0. It really shouldn't stand. But as you say, every City player was absolutely fine with it. Oh, does it all that? The argument will also... It doesn't.
I think it comes from a City player, doesn't it? So it would be onside.
I think that's the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes 2 touches off there. It looks like Miedemar.
Because from Toon's cross, from Toon's delivery, which is the last time a United player touches the ball, or does it come off Turland there?
Turland.
If it comes off Turland there, it's a different story. But from Toon's delivery, Goughton's onside. If that touches Turland, I mean, obviously we don't have VAR, so we can analyse this all night. It won't make a difference. If it touches Turland, that should have been ruled offside. Either way, City have not dealt with the ball into the box.
Yeah.
And they've not a single player complains there that's offside.
It's incredible.
They're all over the place, City. And the problem is here, if you're Gareth Taylor, what do you address? Because nothing is working.
Yeah.
There's not a single player out there who even looks like they're playing football at the moment. United are knocking it around them with ease.
They just can't do anything. And as much as, Peter will say that is a controversial goal, and you're right, if it touches Turland, it shouldn't stand. But at the end of the day, in the first 22 minutes, United deserved this 2-0 lead.
Yeah.
And if they hadn't scored from that corner, they'd have probably gone on and scored in a couple of minutes, and they might. We don't know. But we're halfway through the first half here. Man United are in complete control of the Manchester derby, and City are miles off it. They're getting played off the park in their own backyard.
Yeah. Keating sending the ball forwards. Bernie says, "Wow, I love this City capitulation." Del says, "This is unreal." Sean's not happy about it. Sarah's not happy about it either. Kieran says, "Me too. They're once this season, so we thought we'd do it again." Yes, but I mean, yeah, this has been just unthinkable. Miedemar holds the ball up well, gets a shot away, it's blocked by Turner, and this is the problem for United now, is City can change up very quickly. They've got the quality on the field to really impact this game. Here's Rebecca Knack.
They can, but the thing is,
Will they?
Yeah, the thing is for City is they've now got to score at least 2 goals against a side who have conceded 3 goals all season.
They've got to score 3 goals if they want to win this game. If they want to win the title, they have to win this game. Realistically.
Yeah. And that means they have to score, in this game alone, they have to score as many goals as United have conceded throughout the first 10 games.
And as Ryzen says, we have a derby on our hands here. Brilliant stuff.
But again, and we've said this about Man City before, we said it in the Everton game and it never came true. But these are the games that make champions, that show champions. If they pull this back, it shows they've got what it takes to go and win a title. But I'd be surprised if they did that because, again, they've been so poor. So poor.
Yeah, indeed. 24 minutes in here. Manchester United leading by 2-0. If it is your first time watching, by the way, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are closing in on 2.4k subscribers. So if you are new, make sure to hit subscribe. And of course, if you're enjoying the content, like the stream as well. But it's City coming forwards again now. Mary Fowler wants to take on Jade Riviere. Shimmies inside and Riviere blocks the cross. And again, the problem for City is they're going up against the best defence in the league.
Yeah.
And City haven't looked good in attack, especially without Hempenshaw. That's a massive reason they are struggling in attack anyway, and they come into a game here against the best defence in the league with a depleted side as well.
And the reason they're the best defence in the league is because they're so good defending in 2 different modes. In terms of, as a unit, they are so well structured and organised, it is hard to play through them. But even in one-on-ones, they are incredible. Riviere and George have been immense, went up against the wingers this season. The centre-halves of Letitia and Turner, when dealing with any striker, even Ramirez, Ramirez, they managed to deal with for the majority, for the majority of the Chelsea game. They've done so well up in those one-on-ones, and it just makes it impossible to score against, which we've seen for 7 teams this season so far.
And just to emphasise my point on City's lack of Shaw and Hemp and how much they're missing. The 2 of them have put up 17 contributions between them. No other player on the side has put up more than 4.
Wow.
And that's the key difference. Yeah. Everything runs through those 2 players. Everything positive for Manchester City, and they don't have either of them available.
And I think that, City haven't played very well today.
Yeah.
But you have to give a credit to how well Manchester United are playing right now. They've turned up and they've been absolutely phenomenal. And, I mean, Mark Skinner this season, I think, is starting to get his flowers for what he's been doing with this Manchester United side.
Yeah, a false flag saying, "Wow, I'm late." Yeah, you've missed a lot, mate. You've missed a lot, false flag. But welcome to the stream. Sean Cray says, "I don't like what I'm hearing because I'm a City fan, but great commentary, so subbed. Appreciate it, Sean." Yeah, City falling apart here. And ball away, Keating. Here's Turland. Bizet, why she laid it off?
Why didn't Bizet just turn and shoot?
Yeah. Should have had a shot. And City have gotten away with one there.
Bizet wins it off Keating, should just turn around and shoot, but decides to lay it backwards.
And then Turland should just shoot.
Yeah.
United should be 3-0 up.
What an opportunity. Keating makes an absolute meal of it.
But equally, I think that then cancels out the Galton one, which perhaps should have been ruled out. Either way, this is not a good first 26 minutes for Manchester City here.
No idea who throw that is. Been given United's way.
Yeah, they can't even win a throw, man, today at the moment.
But that's what happens in football, and that's when you are up against it, everything goes against you. Even things like that. That is a 50-50 throw on. No ref, no one, not even Kasperite or George knew who that came off. But it went United's way because that's where they are right now.
Well, United will be shouting for it. They'll be the louder players on the pitch. Well, the camera's zeroing in on Kiara Keating after that mistake.
She got away with one massively.
That one, yeah. I don't think you can put her at fault for
No.
either of the 2 goals, really.
I think, and
Don't get me wrong, she's been sloppy in possession, but City have been... They don't have any options out there at the moment. No one can make... They're barely completing a pass.
Yeah.
United have penned them in so effectively. I mean, you look here, they can't even find someone to throw the ball to here, Kirsten Kasparov.
Yeah, genuinely, she is stuck for options.
So
Miedemar
dropped in to receive it.
But then that means...
And now Kasparov picks up the ball and it's taken off by Galton, falls to Miedemar. And Georgia, the big tackle. Bizet tries to compete for it. It's smashed out, forced to Miyazawa. Can't get it under her control. Here's Jess Park. Now Knack. Gives it to Ua Harvey. Now Hasegawa. Slides it into Miedemar. Miedemar spins Letitia wonderfully. Viviana Miedemar falls to Fagino now. Takes aim. And that's just wide of the mark. But City much more positive there. And it all comes through Viviana Miedemar.
Yeah, very much. Sharp from Miedemar. But again, we talk about that 1v1 defending. Really good from Millie Turner. Just stands her up, follows her where she goes and gets that little interception in that sees it to Fagino. George does well.
Yeah, George narrows the angle there. Fagino has to try and place it around her. That means it places wide of the mark.
And with the pace on that, I think Tyler Shoy's had it covered if it was bending into the corner.
Yeah, she got across quite quickly there. Fallon Tyler's choice.
But better from City. Miedemar, as in getting Miedemar on the ball, she's holding it up. She's the only one really in a City shirt that is competing with United physically.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just getting barged off the ball and, you know, being dealt with by Manchester City so far, but Manchester United so far. I mean, I thought there was a good chance United could win today, and I thought it'd be a really good game. I did not think that after half an hour of this Manchester derby that United would be in complete control.
I'm glad I didn't back what I said in the Friday preview.
Yeah.
Because I was saying United could absolutely dominate this game. For everything we've highlighted. Because United are so good without the ball that they will shut off City's passing options. I went 2-1 in the prediction because they don't have Grace Clinton. They don't need her right now.
No.
And that's an insane thing because she's been so important for them this season.
But it doesn't matter when the player you're bringing off is Ella Toon and she's turned up tonight and has looked 10 times better than she has for the first part of the season.
Big game player.
Great to see her back. And if she can carry on performances like tonight, then United are going to be a scary prospect. Because if you've got Clinton and Toon is in rotation, that is absurd. The quality is incredible. And that's poor from Letitia. That is not a good pass out, but City don't really do anything with it.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because Letitia is usually their best player, but that is now the second mistake she's made in a couple of minutes. Maya Letitia. When everyone else around is playing well, that's when she chooses not to have her best game. But yeah, usually United's best player, so I think a couple of mistakes are permissible. Chance now for Miedemar, and Letitia reacts quickly.
That's it.
Making sure to shut me right up. Here's Galton. And it's going to spill out there for Ella soon. You just want that more than for Gino.
Yeah.
I mean, she missed the tackle. Good if he went flying in a bit. But
I like that.
It's the passion.
Yeah. I think that was the biggest criticism of Toon at the end of 2024 was just that work rate, that desire was really lacking. But
it feels like City don't realise that everything's on the line. Whereas United are here going, well, we want Champions League football.
And I think
we want to prove ourselves.
I think Toon's turned up realising that she's got to fight if she wants to start, and she's done that superbly tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Here's Kirsten Kasparov. Park and Kasparov exchange passes back to Alexandri. Sarah says without Bunny, Greenwood and Hemp win nothing. Alex says GG. Sarah didn't see this coming, to be honest. That's the thing. I think a lot of people are caught out by this. I think though, if you've watched enough Manchester United, if you've analysed their games this season, it becomes apparent that they would win this game.
Yeah, and I think I could have saw them winning. It depends how the rest of the game goes. I could have saw them winning 2-0. I don't think I saw them, score it, going 2-0 up inside 20 minutes and taking it. It's been a good 10 minutes for City. The game has just calmed a little bit, and City have been allowed to get on the ball a little bit more.
Here's Fowler takes aim and it's wide. But they're pot shots for City. But they are getting shots away and they are starting to attack, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, again, it's Miedemar holding the ball up and creating opportunities. And it's a shot from Fowler. In the Everton game they lost, they didn't take enough shots. You never know. If that goes in from Fowler, suddenly it's 2-1, they're back in the game and she scored a worldie and we've got game on. It's worth a go.
Yeah, indeed. So shocking first 30 minutes from City. Taylor disaster class.
He's under pressure. If this result finishes as it is and they drop the fourth, and if that stays, obviously there's still quite a long way to go this season, a lot of games to be played. But if they are to finish outside the top 3 and not win a trophy, I genuinely believe he's under pressure.
Yeah.
With the quality of this City squad, if they don't get Champions League and they don't win a trophy, Taylor is in serious trouble. And I think he'll know that.
Yeah, Robert says, brought to you on a Nokia potato. Try turn the resolution up. Robert, that might help. Because everything seems to be fine on our end. Ryzen says we've been spoiled with the football today. It's been a brilliant game so far. Bizet lifted into the box. Chance for Turler now. Brings it down. Deemed a foul. That's a really soft one.
I don't even think Turler. I don't even think Turler knows that Firmino's there. Firmino just comes running in and falls over. Turner does not.
That's not a foul.
Yeah, no.
No, there's a slight push.
That's not enough. It's not enough.
One hand though.
That. Yeah.
Firmino folds like a piece of cardboard.
Yeah. Bizarre. Let off because Turner was about to let fly and probably potentially find that top right corner.
Throwing for Manchester United on the far side. Ryzen says, "You boys going to be at the bridge next weekend?" Of course we will, Ryzen. Of course we will. Very excited for the Chelsea-Arsenal game next Sunday.
And suddenly Chelsea are in a position where next week they could find themselves 10 points clear of anyone if they beat Arsenal.
Yeah. City could keep it at 8, but yeah. And like City are losing.
Yeah.
United could keep it at 8.
Yeah, United could keep it at 8. And then what? Yeah. But they're playing that well. They deserve to be second. They deserve to be. They are playing that for me. Obviously, I think it's pretty tight between them and Arsenal.
Oh yeah. They're level on points now. United and Arsenal. United can keep it at 7 points, even if Chelsea win next weekend against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Here's Turland. Chance to make it 3-0, and it's a big opportunity missed. Turland has to do better with that chance.
Yeah. It is another.
That puts the game to bed right there.
Yeah, it's another absolute gift from Kiara Keating. Brilliant from Miyazawa, and Turland should score.
She's tried to go over her, go either side of her. She's not going to save that.
Got to hit the target. Got to hit the target. I mean, at this rate, I think Gareth Taylor's going to bring Yamashita on at half time. Keating is handed
City
to
playing out. And it's another mistake. A chance for soon. It's 3-0. Man City 0, Manchester United 3. Sloppy out from the back again. Uwahabi gets caught on the ball. Turland plays it into 2, and Keating needs physically picking up here. Not just mentally picking up, because what is going on? It's sloppy out of the back again for Manchester City. United capitalise, and they lead here in the derby by 3-0. 2 on a brace. Simply unstoppable at the moment.
Absolute calamity from City. They are handing this to Manchester United. Another one where they've just passed the ball to them. They're struggling to play out.
It's another one where Toon is fractionally offside.
But yeah, again, it's marginal, and it's again poor from City. I just don't get it. What on earth they do? It's so laboured, and they lose the ball again.
I can't believe how easy it is.
Yeah,
I mean, she's expecting the flag to be up. Again, I don't know what the officials are doing this evening, but Ella Toon, brilliant finish.
Yeah.
Looks over at the sideline, realises that Mark Skinner animated on the sideline. That's what you love to see from your manager. And that's the difference. Yeah. Taylor's only just come down.
It's a disaster class from City, and Mark Skinner and Manchester United are in dreamland.
Well, 36 minutes in, it's difficult to envision the way they throw.
He went to bed last night thinking, if we're 3-0 up inside 35 minutes the Etihad, I will love it. And that's exactly what's been delivered.
I don't even think he would imagine that.
No.
I think if we were 1-0 up and we win it, lovely. That's my dream right there.
Hey,
3-0 up after 36 minutes.
Incredible.
Dear Manchester City.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I think 1-0, United started incredibly. 2-0, City looked poor. United have been unstoppable. That third goal screams absolute volumes. Man City are all over the place, and Man United are running riot.
Love the reaction from people in chat. Bailey says, been saying it, mid-table team just with Shaw, Hemp and Greenwood. That is a bold shout. False flags, enjoying it. HP says Callum has to finish that in response to the miss just before the goal. But yeah,
But on that, I mean, I don't think they're a mid-table club, but to go from title challengers to potentially outside the top 3 because 3 players are injured isn't good enough. You can't function like that.
Yeah.
You can't expect to win trophies if that's what they're going to do.
Irene Friday says if United had the front line that both Chelsea and Arsenal have, this game would be 6 or 7 by now. I disagree almost on Arsenal. I think the difference in the front line is marginal.
And to be fair, I don't think United have done too much wrong. They haven't missed many chances.
Just the Turland one.
Yeah.
But again, could you say that Russo finishes that 100 times out of 100? Maybe on the form she's in right now, but not normally. So I think United have been very clinical in front of goal.
And Ella Toon, I mean, back with a bang.
Because these chances have been gifts. These chances have been absolute gifts. The ball's down the line for Galton. That's going to be a difficult one to chase.
And that's the thing to remember.
Alexander back to Keating, and United eyes lights up, but this one is sent long.
I think for Toon, the first finish was absolutely brilliant. The third one was a gift, but it's another one where if you're not on form and if she was having a bad game, it's the type of one that you could mess up. You know, something could go wrong.
Gino. Ball tries to go into the box. Gabriel George blocks it, and that's out for a corner.
I mean, the United fans behind the goal must be having a party. No one. I mean, obviously, I know a lot of people, including yourself, said that United could be clear in this game, but I don't think anyone would have thought they'd be 3-0 up inside 35 minutes.
No.
No one saw this coming.
I'll admit that. I might have said that they were going to win this game, and possibly a couple of fashions. I didn't think they'd be 3-0 up.
No. Incredible.
Hasegawa into Fowler into Park. Park lays it centrally. Miedemar tries to control it. City players are blocking their own shots in there. Janssen tries to play out. Hasegawa to Kasper, and they're just going backwards to hold on to the ball for Gino now.
Toon's on a hat-trick. A player who, I mean, this is exactly what she needed. Exactly what and I think that's what Skinner and even Toon herself expected from her today.
Here come Manchester City. Can they put a dent in United's lead now? Mary Fowler up against George. Does well to deliver the ball into the box. Viviana Miedemar, and it's there. City 1, Man United 3. Do not count Manchester City out. They're quick to get the ball back. City have purpose again. Viviana Miedemar. The box presence they needed. City 1, United 3.
Game on! Nah. It's better from City.
Fowler on the right-hand side. She takes on George. She delivers the ball. Shock. You put Fowler on her favoured side. She's going to make something happen. And she does so really well here. It's a fantastic delivery, which she couldn't have done on the other flank.
Yeah.
It's a great ball, and it's Miedemar who reacts quickest, and she just wins that duel against Turner.
Yeah. Miedemar has played really well tonight. She's been really physical, and she gets her reward there. Turner's got the better. Turner's done well to deal with her a few times, but much better from Miedemar. It's a really good header as well.
Yeah.
Tyler Joyce can't do anything about it. City have a lifeline in this game.
And now City will try to play out from the back. Knack down the line into... Is that Fowler back on the left-hand side now?
I don't know.
What an odd decision. Bizet from range straight down the throat of Kiara Keating. And she'll be enjoying that. The fact that she's actually caught something tonight. Because it's been a difficult evening. That can rebuild some confidence there.
And that's a big goal for City. Gets them back in the game. It won't hurt United too much. They know how good they are. They know they're in control of this match. But for City, it's a bit of hope. It's a bit of belief that they can get back into this match.
Yeah. False Flag asks about Chloe Kelly. We haven't mentioned it, but I'm happy to talk about it again. Chloe Kelly is not in the matchday squad today as she's negotiating a move away from Manchester City. And it's believed to be with Manchester United. Potentially a loan move to Manchester United. And with the evidence on tonight's performance, you can see why. But yeah, that's a really interesting subject. I'm sure we'll be talking about that in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots in live chat to go through tonight. Jan Keys, good to see. It says, what's going on with City? It seems like some behind the scenes things got in their heads. It definitely feels that way. And then celebrating that Viviana Miedemar goal. Really well finished chance.
It's one of those where City, I think, what for once this January window they've got it right off the pitch. Hasegawa back up. They've brought in Knack, another to replace Greenwood. They've made some decent signings. Carolyn is expected to be announced at some point. And they're getting it right off the pitch, but on the pitch it is shambolic, and that'll be so frustrating for Gareth Taylor because they've finally got the January window that they wanted to go and challenge Chelsea and to go and win trophies, but on the pitch it's just getting worse and worse. And again, Fowler's back on the left for God knows what reason, and Rivier's got the better of her and sees it out for a throw.
Ryerson said, well, you said depth would be their weak spot, and it's proved to be the case. I think, but we said at the start of the season. Yeah.
But that's the frustrating point. That's what I'm saying.
If we can notice it, City will know it.
But also, that January window, they've sorted out those depth problems, but it's not...
They've lost their strength.
Yeah, and...
Doesn't matter if you've got good depth if you don't have the strength.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But yeah.
It feels like every time City, every time they solve one problem, another problem is created or another problem forms, and it's just stopping them from being, from winning anything. I think.
Yeah. Indeed. Romain Johnson pointing out some statistics. City 4 shots at goal, United with 9. That's not a massive difference. There's obviously a clear difference, but it's not as big as you'd expect to be given how dominant United have been. Chance now for City again. Viviana Miedemar takes aim. Teller's Choice is quick to react to this one. But City are coming back into this game.
But actually, that stat is actually a really good one to show how City are getting back into the game. After 20 minutes, it was 2-0 United and it was 0 shots to 4. The fact it's now 9-5 because Miedemar's just had another shot there shows that City are working their way back into this game. They've got the goal. It's another shot on target from Miedemar there. City are doing well. Miedemar's getting on the ball. Fowler's starting to create. They're working their way back into this match.
Yeah, Sean says traitor. I believe that's in response to Chloe Kelly there potentially joining her rivals. That would be traitorous, but equally she's been betrayed by Manchester City this season. And Taylor, here's Virgino looking to take on George, lays it to Kasperai. Kasperai, did that strike the hand of Gareth George? I don't think so. There's no protests.
Good tackle, really good block.
Yeah, it was a good block.
I think United's aim now and Skinner's aim will be to get into half-time 3-1 up. Last 5-10 minutes since that Miedemar goal, City have looked really, really sharp, and they're starting just to get their own way a little bit in this match. Again, Firgino does well. Kasperai doing well to hold it up.
Here's to Harvey. Ball into Mary. Fowler back on this left-hand side. When you're looking across at balls into the box, maybe don't put your right-footed winger on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Because if you put it on the right flank, as we saw about 5 minutes ago, she'll be able to cross it on the Vivian Miedemar's head. Anyway, here's Kirsten Kasperai.
And for I think they have got better in the last few minutes, but they did start this game really poorly. If they get another goal for half time, suddenly it is game on.
Alex says, imagine Shakes open the purse and Turner pulls Germer and Katoto this window. What's the pull factor for either of them, though? Chance for City. Fantastic save from Fallon Teller's Choice. That is outstanding.
Not only to stop it, but to catch it as well, to stop the on-rushing Miedemar to get there. Great ball in from Firgino. Really good header from Raud, who's just pulled away from Letitia and Turner in there. And it's a brilliant catch from Teller's Choice. Because, as I said, if that goes in and it's 3-2, and it goes 3-2, City will be right back into this match. That is a great save. To hold on to it, to stop herself going over the line. Yeah. Really good stop from Teller's Choice. But City, much better in the last 10-15 minutes. First half of complete opposites. 30 minutes where City were outclassed, outplayed, and were really poor. And then 15 minutes where they've turned up. The performance has been 10 times better. They got themselves a goal and they're working their way back into the match. But that's what we want to see. It's been a brilliant half. It's been a half of 2 halves. And again, Nat driving it forward for City now. Miedemar on the ball once again.
Viviana Miedemar driving inside. Finds Raud. Back to Miedemar. Shot from range. Appeared to be blocked there. And that will be a Manchester City corner.
Really good tackle from Letitia. She did well to stick to Miedemar there and get the block in. But once again, City causing issues starting to get down the flanks and cause issues. Miedemar, every time she touched the ball, has been a problem for Manchester United today. And a goal from this corner would throw this game wide open.
Yeah. And it's Mary Fowler over it. In swinging on her weak foot.
Fair enough.
It's a very good ball towards the back post. Headed on target. It's there. City have got another one back. And it's Rebecca Knack on debut. Manchester City 2. United 3, and Knack is bringing them back into this game. Only one goal in it now. United, wake up. But we have got a game on our hands.
Very much so. First OSL start for Knack, and she finds the back of the net. It's a really good header. And for a United side, have only conceded 3 all season. City
Brilliant.
have 2. It'll be really fishy. It's a great header from Knack. Under pressure from 2 players, wins the header, and it's a superb one to beat Tullis Joyce. And it'll be so frustrating for United. They were so comfortable, but it is game on. What a response from City. Completely turned this game on its head, and they've gone from being played off the park at 3-0 down, and we're going to half-time, and they're going to be 1 goal away. What a first half. United, massive questions. Massive questions. Superb for half an hour. Then have just rested. Have just...
rest on their laurels, and they couldn't afford to. And they've been punished for it. United win the ball high at the pitch. Turland looked to be offside there, but it's in the hands of Kiara Keating anyway.
Wow.
Great squares, got the popcorn in chat. We might have to get some here in the studio because we're being treated tonight to a hell of a game.
Oh, it's another poor pass.
Turland's got to react. She's got sprinting at that. She just didn't seem to believe it was as bad as it was.
Wow.
Fowler, great drive, pulled back. 2 minutes left of the half.
United have got to get into the half time at 3-2 up.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, Gareth Taylor is still...
There you have belief now. You've got to imagine there'll be another minute as well.
For the goal.
That goal came in extra in
No
the additional
way.
time period. Fowler into Viviana Miedemar. Up against Letitia and Miedemar breaking into the box. Shimmies onto her right foot. It drops out to the edge of the box, and Latoon will grab it and just send it forward to Manchester United. Turland can't get there. Falls for Alexandra. That may well be the last action of the half, unless City can keep this ball ticking over. Kasparai. And that will be half-time here at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City 2, Manchester United 3. And while usually I'd offer a brief roundup of the half now, it's going to take us 15 minutes just to get through that. So what a first half. 5 goals. United led by 3. City pegging them back with 2. And at half-time, a game that looked out of sight for Manchester United is suddenly very, very competitive. Manchester United with... I mean, what a weird... How do you analyse that? City 2, United 3 half-time.
And breathe, everybody.
I was going to say, get your thoughts in the live chat. Give us your judgments. Give us your opinions. We'll be talking for all of it at the break. Where to start, though, Harry?
I think you have to split it into two sections. You had half an hour where Manchester United deservedly led 3-0. They outclassed Manchester City. They were absolutely brilliant. They could have probably scored 4 or 5. They led 3-0. Superb half an hour. Then suddenly, once that third went in, United just got way too comfortable. I think it was the 35th minute that third goal went in. And United just got... They went, it was very much... They just rested. They got comfortable. And you cannot afford to do that against Manchester City. Because to give them their credit as well, not only does United just drop that intensity, City were better tenfold. They were absolutely superb, and they upped their intensity. They were played much, much better. And for the last 10 minutes there, they found 2 crucial goals, which means they were right back into this game. Half an hour was all one-way traffic in United's favour. The last 10 minutes was all one-way traffic in City's favour, and it has ended up being 3-2 at half-time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the intensity was an issue. United dropped it slightly, that pressing intensity, and meant City were able to play out of it much easier. But also City themselves were dragging United's out of possession shape about, and they were able to find tactical advantages because of it. They were able to find players in space. They moved the ball a lot quicker, and I think that made a big difference. They were able to play those combinations, play their way through Manchester United. For the first goal of City, the Viviana Miedemar one, it was a really nice combination down the right-hand side. Fowler was then one-on-one with George. And that is an advantage you would have there because I think Fowler's a better player than Gabrielle George. And we saw that. She takes her on, she beats her, she puts the ball into the box, and Miedemar wins the duel.
Yeah.
And that shows how quickly it can change because City do still have a lot of quality in that attack.
Yeah, and that was the first time in the whole game that Fowler had managed to beat George, and that Miedemar had managed to beat Turner in those one-on-ones. I I praise the United backline for being so good 1-versus-1, but in those last 10 minutes, Man City they were just being quicker with the movements, more direct, and they were targeting. They were isolating and targeting. Fowler was running at George. Miedemar was being really physical up against Turner and Letitia and was starting to win that battle. And you feel like if that half had gone on, Man City would have probably ended up equalising. And obviously the second goal coming through the corner, it's a great header from Knack. First goal for City in her second appearance. Really, really good stuff. And hats off to her. I think that again she had a bit of a mixed half. I think at moments when it was about physicality, Knack looked really strong. When it was about pace, she looked all over the place. So a interesting half for Knack. Ends with a City goal though, so I think she'll take it. But yeah, for City, they are right back in this game. For United, they will be very frustrated. And I think it's a difficult question. Who would you rather be? Gareth Taylor or Mark Skinner right now? Gareth Taylor will be furious about his first half an hour. But at the end of the day, they're right back into the game. For Skinner...
It's one of those where it's really difficult to give a half-time team talk. Because City's will be, well, that was awful, but we've come back into it.
Yeah.
Do you criticise that first 30 minutes, or do you really try and take momentum from the last 10? You're probably looking towards the latter. For United, it's, yes, that was brilliant, but what on earth went wrong in those last 10 minutes? We've got to address that. We've got to sort that out, because if not, this game's going to get ugly very quickly. And City, I think, now have momentum. And the question is, how do United shift that momentum? How does that pendulum swing back in the favour of the red side of Manchester?
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a similar second half to what we saw in the first half. Not quite the same amount of goals, probably.
I was going to say 6-4. Sign me up.
But in terms of, I think United could come out in the second half hard, fast, and potentially get another goal. But I think as the game goes on, City will come into this match and they will get better and better. Very intrigued to see what's happening in the second half. Anything could happen. What a game.
Yeah.
What more could you want from a Manchester derby between two sides who are playing, between third and fourth going into the game in the Docell? Absolutely brilliant TV.
Yeah, Delta says United defence and marking has been abysmal after the third goal. United blew up this game. They just switched off. Couldn't agree more. Just completely switched off. That's what allowed City the space to utilise and then to go and create chances of their own and cause issues. Alex Jesus 3 goals against us in 10 games. 3 goals against in 10 games, sorry. And today already 2. I know. Again, it's incredible, isn't it? And if City are to go on to win this game, United will have doubled their goals conceded in one match.
Yeah, and for Manchester United, they've gone and put probably their best attacking performance of the season, and they've gone and put it together with by far their worst defensive performance of the season, and it's just incredible. I thought they're a real. It does come off for Gino, by the way, that second goal for Galton, so it fairly stands for me. That definitely, I think that bounced off the top of Firmino's foot there.
No,
maybe it can't turn again. Yeah, I think it hits all 3 of them. But yeah, it's such a hard one to piece together, because on one hand it's like United were incredible, they deserve to be winning, but that last for United, they have to lead at half time. They have to lead on the first half an hour. For City, they have to just keep building on that last 15 minutes. Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore.
I'm also lost for
incredible.
Words. News says, what a game for Miyazawa. She's even more physical. Yeah, she's looked really combative in there. Really combative. So that's been interesting to see. I think she had a really good game. There's a comment from News saying, love her or hate her. This would be the best time to bring JC on. They do miss her. A big miss, obviously not involved with the matchday squad.
After her type of game,
personal reasons,
strong, scrappy. So it's a shame that she can't be here. But United, they've done well without her. They have fought hard, and I think that you have to give credit to a lot of United players there. They have turned up and they've performed. You say Miyazawa, I think, has looked really, really sharp. Galton once again has got that fight about it. Ella Toon looks to have that fire in her belly once again, which is absolutely key, because as we said in the build-up, she is a player. Not only is she a big game player, but she's a player that on her day is a phenomenal footballer. And that first half an hour was her day, and she was absolutely brilliant, and she scored a double from it. And suddenly, that's 3 goals from her last 2 games, and we're getting back to the Ella Toon that we've got really used to seeing over the last couple of years.
Yeah, so really well taken finishes, really. I mean, the first one was exquisite.
Yeah.
That needed a deft touch, needed a perfect lob, and she found it. She found it precisely.
Yeah.
And so that made a huge difference
And from a selfish English point of view, what a year for her to do it. The year of the Euro, she comes into it and scores 3 goals.
We could do with that, yeah.
So absolutely key and great to see. Against West Brom, she got some.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, credit to her. Great to see her backfiring and just looking happy to be playing football, looking positive to be on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. Alex says, "Is Miyazawa the better Hasegawa?" No. Put the drink down, Alex, and think about what you've just said. Definitely not. HB says, Gareth is the happy momentum. It's the best thing in football. Lucky, good to see her, says, Skinner's got it spot on. If United bottle this, it's not on him. No, to be fair, I will agree with that. Potentially, you could argue, though, once they've conceded one, that he needs to react quicker and change. Not personnel changes, but that message needs to change, and that it needs to be reinforced to focus because they're vulnerable after they conceded suddenly. So potentially you could argue that, but tactically United's players just switched off.
Yeah.
And again, it's difficult because you're 3-0 up and you sort of just get into the rhythm of it. But then suddenly when City raise that performance level, it's really difficult to adjust to that.
I think you could tell from Skinner's point of view that he was very happy with 3. He's a manager that we don't see too much from. And at 1-0 and 2-0, there wasn't too much celebration. We saw when that third went in a real good cheer and a roar from Skinner, which I think showed that he got pretty comfortable with the fact that United were 3-0 up, and he probably couldn't contain his excitement, the fact that he was 3-0 up inside 35 minutes of the Etihad. But I do think that United did, as you say, overall, on the pitch, they switched off slightly at 3-0 up and got too comfortable. And when you do that against Man City, who are still a top side, you get punished. That's exactly what's happened. I think they'll be very happy they're not level yet, because there was a good chance there. If that half had gone on for a couple more minutes, I think City could have levelled it up at 3-3, and, well, I think I'd have lost my head. But just overall, United, they're still winning. That is the key. But as someone else said, momentum is also a very important factor in football.
Yeah, Delta says United should just come out of the second half and sit in a low block. City don't know how to deal with low blocks. To be fair, the defence is quite narrow and compact anyway, so that it's fairly low blocky. I call it more of a mid block. It's not really a block of sorts, but it's more mid block than low block. They're out of possession. Their pressing, though, is a really important part of their game, so I wouldn't say sitting in a low block is important. Is what they should do, because that pressing is what's stopped City being able to play out. Once that had slipped, once that effort, once that dedication, once the work rate started to drop, as they started to fatigue it towards the end of the half, City played through them. And that was the key difference. City was suddenly able to move the ball through the pitch. And so I think United have got to work. They've got to work as hard as they were in the first 30 minutes. I know it's difficult to sustain that level, but I think that's how you beat Manchester City. You've just got to outwork them.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where when you have a half that was as hectic and as, end to end and as crazy as that was, it is very... It's very common to see in football that the second half is much calmer, much tighter, and a lot more nervy and close, especially in such an important game. And I would expect both sides to just shore up a little bit, be a little bit more controlled, and just, especially in the first 10-15 minutes, just to see how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
Or we're going to get exactly the same. We might get a carbon copy. I'll be surprised, but you never know. Both sides might just go, let's see what happens if we just keep going hard and fast. But I'd expect both sides just to bring it down a notch and just to recalibrate almost. Just to relax, calm down, and just get into a bit more of a flow, and then see what happens from there. But I think it's really well balanced. City have the momentum, but United have the lead, and that is a perfect combination for a brilliant second half of football.
Oh, yeah, definitely. New says, what's going on with Turland? Just seems to be a lack of confidence thing. I mean, we've seen a missed chance for her, or two big opportunities, really, that she should have done more with. And yeah, just doesn't seem to be all that confident at the moment. But yeah, still a brilliant player, a brilliant poacher, suits the system well. Just doesn't seem to have the confidence.
Yeah.
But it will come.
It's been a game of goals. It's been a weekend of goals, isn't it? This in the WSL.
We scored 10 earlier today, and already 5 in this game, or 11 earlier today. Sorry.
Yeah. And Arsenal were brilliant against Crystal Palace. Tottenham should have never beaten Leicester. Chelsea were going for goal of the season contenders against West Ham. 3 or 4 absolute curlers from Baltimore, Beaver Jones and Macario. But yeah, what a game! Dyer was back with a bang. What a game week to return to.
It certainly is. Lucky says lack of height was exposed between Maya, Letizia, and Millie Turner. There's no one there to clear the headers. Well, to be fair, the Miedemar one they've done fairly well to stop her scoring headers. The Viviana Miedemar one, but that was a not a diving header really. That's more of a diving header than a normal header, and that's not to do with height. That's just reactions. And then the other one with Knack, there was 2 players on her, and no one could beat her in the air.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a real problem for teams, because if City can just put the ball in the box and Rakanak can just stand there and no one's out jumping her, that's going to be a real
she
issue.
scored was it like 13 goals in the Swedish division, I think.
For that reason.
Something crazy.
How are you going to stop her at a corner?
They've found their way to break things down. Just across the ball.
It's Arsenal men's. They're going to be rubbish and then just cross the ball in. No one can deal with it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Sarah saying Tooney's a player that shall be playing in the Euros. Alex pointing out Serena loves Tooney. If she's fit, she's already in Switzerland. For better or for worse, yes, she will. She's pretty much guaranteed in the England squad.
I really hope. I think if we see more of this from Ella Toon for the remainder of the season, 100% guaranteed deserve to be there. We need to see performances like this from Toon this campaign. I mean, this 45 minutes today has been 10 times better than anything she did at the first half of this season. I know she was injured for the last couple of months, but overall, much better from Ella Toon.
Yeah, O'Reilly says Keating nor Yamashita is at the level of a team challenging for a league or UWCL. City still need a new keeper. I thought Tim Musovic. I don't. Why would we let them have Musovic? Brilliant player. I think I don't rate Yamashita that highly. I think her in possession stuff is good, but she's not a great shot stopper. I think Keating's usually a good shot stopper, but hasn't had a good game today at all, and in possession just isn't good enough. If you combine the 2 goalkeepers, you'd have a very good keeper.
Yeah, one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Yeah, Taylor's Choice, who I think is very good at both.
Yeah.
And we are back underway here at the Etihad. City get us back underway. It's Manchester City 2, United 3. Keating's giving the ball away. Chance for Ella 2 now to make it 4-2. And it's in. And what a mess. Manchester City. What a mess. City 2, United 4. Utterly embarrassing this from City. And it's Keating again with a howling mistake, and she just wants the ground to swallow her up because it's another huge error that's cost them. Oh dear. Manchester City.
It's a nightmare. It's a Chiara Keating nightmare.
Relative. There's a United player down on the deck here.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, it was Turland. What a mess from City, but as you say, it's a hat-trick for Ella Toon on a down return.
They play from the kickoff right back to Keating. The reaction from Turland is phenomenal. She takes a ball to the hip, and it seems to have injured her, but it allows United to extend their lead. Toon on a hat-trick. City down again by 2 goals.
And then she just boots it straight into Turland. But the thing is,
She doesn't look up there.
Well, no, but I think what I promise, she looks up and she sees Toon coming from the right. So she goes, I've got to kick this left, and Turland appears.
They both reacted so quickly. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant pressing. We spoke about the work rate they needed to reinstate at half-time, and it's there. The on-rush from Toon and Turland. And United extend their advantage immediately.
Big game player, back with a bang. A 46-minute hat-trick for Ella Toon at the Etihad. What a moment. And Manchester United are... It's huge, because we spoke about City having momentum, and within 10 seconds into the second half, that has completely evaporated.
Yeah.
And Chiara Keating...
does send this one long successfully.
I mean, it's been her worst performance in a City shirt by far.
Yeah. A young goalkeeper who's made mistakes, who's clearly dwelling on those mistakes and is just making more. it's very difficult to protect a goalkeeper from this because
Yeah.
now what happens?
You
can't pull her off because that's arguably worse. It's another poor ball out.
The problem is for Keating.
Of course, for Riviere. And United are coming forwards now.
We saw this like Arsenal away. City were in control, were winning the game, and a Keating blunder cost them points in that game. And when they would let and it cost them the tight. You can. I know it's hard to say, but moments like that, if they'd won that game, they could have won the league last season. And again, they needed to win today to keep some pressure on Chelsea.
Here comes Riviere. Tries to play it centrally. That is going to bounce through for Keating to pick up. This game ain't over. City can score 2 goals.
They've already done it. And I think there's a long way to go in this game. But yeah. And yes, Keating's had a shocker tonight, but no one else in a Man City... That back line have had all just had a mare.
Yeah.
Just overall, it's been really poor from City. And I think Keating will catch a lot of it.
And the ball in behind. A chance now for Mary. Fowler gets the wrong side of Bizet. Can she get a shot away at goal? Lays it across. For Gino to Rord. Rord takes aim. It's blocked. Rord again to Miedema. Rord will keep it alive. Now Ua Harvey. Here's Rord. Miedema tries to play it through. Cut up by George.
The initial one, Rord just needs to lay it into Miedema to shoot first time.
Here's Rord again. Fowler. Has Ua Harvey overlapping. Decides to go inside. Now we'll look to go out wide with Ua Harvey. Rord. Knack. Manages to find Jill Rord.
I didn't think this game is so close.
Yeah.
It's 1 goal away from flipping around. If City get a third, then suddenly again it's right in their favour. If United can find something to get a fifth, it would be insane.
Fowler. Now Hasegawa.
But the way the game's gone, we are in a position now where Manchester United have scored 4 at the Etihad and could potentially not win the game.
Well, they're in a good position now.
They are.
They should see this out.
From George.
Yeah. There's been a couple of those from George tonight.
Yeah. And that will see her into the book. But yeah, there is a long way to go. But it's one of those. United are in a really good position, but City have got 40 minutes. They scored 2 goals in 10 minutes at the end of the first half. They do that again, it's 4-4.
Yeah, Kieran asks you to support both Chelsea fans. But as I've mentioned, we do stay neutral on these broadcasts. Here is Alexandri. Park. Wants to drive inside. Goes back now to Knack. Ua Harvey. Now it's Kiara Keating. Knack.
You could stop the game right now and it'd be game of the season. That's how.
Yeah.
And we've still got 40 minutes left. What on earth's going to happen? I have no idea. So unpredictable.
Alexandri. Into Park. Back to Alexandri now. Yui Hasegawa. Alexandri. Now to Fagino. And City are just probing at the moment, looking for space. Now it opens up. Fagino. George narrows the angle. Fagino forced backwards now. Alexandri into Hasegawa. Hasegawa wants a forward pass. May just drive forwards herself. Tries to play it through. Cut out by Turner. And United are sitting deeper now. And it's really good player-to-player coverage. You wonder where Gouton's gone there. She's followed Kaspar's inverted run.
Yeah.
So it's a 4-4-2 out of possession, but there you see, well, Janssen follows the midfield player out wide and Gouton follows Kaspar inside. So they're going player for player across the board here pretty much. And they'll always have a centre-back free because you're going to have... Because City aren't overcommitting too much. Fagino lifts it in towards Miedema. It's well dealt with just about by Manchester United, but Miedema's causing problems for United's backline now.
Yeah.
Already has 1 goal to a name.
And if United aren't going to beat her in the air, they've got to stop the ball getting in. Because there's another one there where I think Miedemar will be frustrated that she hasn't managed to... I don't really know what happened to her. She kind of just hit her and didn't go anywhere. Yeah, she kind of just heads it down into the ground in front of her. I think she'd be very disappointed to not do better with that. It really hits her shoulder. Should have wanted to do better with that. But again, as you say, City are just starting to work their way into United's penalty area, working their way towards a big chance.
Alexandri. Now into Rord. Rord to Firgino. Alexandri into Knack. And that's picked off by Bizet. United will look to come forwards now. Bizet. Tries to go across the two. And Alexandri with a good tackle. Here comes Jess Park. Now Rord. Hasegawa. Uwahabi. Into Fowler. Back to Uwahabi. Knack. Park. Here's Knack.
It's very rare to see Gareth Taylor right up on that touchline. Practically still on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's the situation Man City are in right now.
Oh, that's brilliant from Uwahabi. And now Fowler. And City can come forwards. Janssen tries to bring her down. She manages to get the pass forward to Uwahabi, who can't keep it in play.
Pull back though for the foul.
Yeah. Alex says, we'd love to see Anna Sandberg get some minutes. She was great in the cup game. Yeah, it's a shame she's been out injured, hasn't she, for the first half of the season. Good player, though. Was brought in to cover the fact Hannah Blundell is out for the season. Not out for the season, she's pregnant. Oh, it's out for the season with pregnancy.
She technically is.
True.
It's not like, it makes it sound like a negative, like injury.
She's unavailable. Would be a better fit. Park. Trying to wriggle away into a shooting opportunity. Now Fowler. Miedemar. Rod goes wide into Mary Fowler. Fowler chips into the box. Miedemar tries to meet it. And now United will look to break. Gouton trying to compete with Firgino.
Really good from Gowans.
Yeah. To compete. Rice says Miedemar and Hope. That's all City have. Anch says defensively Devasel is atrocious. Not really. Some big mistakes from Chiara Keating today. I don't think that's reflective of the whole league.
I mean, this United side before today has only conceded 3 goals.
Yeah.
Still.
And they're playing against one of the strongest attacks in the league.
Still, conceding 5 goals in 11 games is an incredible record.
Yeah.
That's not even one every other game.
Alexandri. Rord knocks it back to Keating. Here's Knack. Now Fowler. Wants to take on Riviere. Forced off the pitch, but she does manage to win a throw. Here is Alexandri. And again, City probing, just waiting for those opportunities to emerge. Firgino looked to drive inside, skips past George. Chance now for City. Firgino bearing in on goal. George with a big tackle. Firgino just slowed down there. She was uncertain, too hesitant. And again, she's just been signs this season that she's not quite ready.
Yeah. Does so well initially, and then either from that position she has to burst away or draw the foul. She can't let George come in from behind and take the ball away.
Yeah. Either
George comes in from behind and takes her out and it's a penalty, or George doesn't make that tackle and Firgino can get a shot away.
Yeah. Lana Smith-Welcome says, thank you for this. You're more than welcome, Lana Smith. Thank you for tuning in. And for anyone out there, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit subscribe. We are live most weekends covering the WSL and produce a couple of videos a week talking about it. So if you do enjoy women's football, you do enjoy the WSL, make sure to hit subscribe. It's City coming forwards now. Hasegawa loses that physical battle with Maya Letitia. And now United will look to play out. Riviere sends it forward. It just falls to Rebecca Knack. United are starting to tire, and with that are coming mistakes, are coming moments where they just want to get the ball out. But the problem is it gives City possession. That's
Rord got to go back to Park.
Yeah.
Really nice passage of play. One pass there from Park being released.
Knack.
Despite the scoreline, because of...
That's brilliant from Asagawa. Shifts past, great, Delatoon. And then the ball forward, though, cut out by Jade Riviere. And again, it just goes long. Aimless long balls that somehow stayed in. Just killing time, but the problem is it's 57 minutes, still half an hour to go. But the football fan asks, could City come back? Potentially. It's never say never in football, but it looks very difficult. I don't think they will come back, but they could come back.
They'll be so frustrated they conceded so, because apart from scoring within 9 seconds in the second half, United haven't had a sniff.
No.
And that is why, even at 4-2, I still think this game really hangs in the balance, because City have really dominated the ball, they've dominated the chances in this second half. United haven't made a dent in this first 13 minutes, and City come forward again.
Park looking dangerous. Driving inside, gives it to Miedemar. Miedemar shot's blocked. Fowler takes it in her stride, and her shot again saved well by Fallon. Taylor's choice does well though.
Taylor's choice has done well when needed. When United are called upon her, Taylor's choice has managed to make the save. Well worked from Fowler. United though, once again, they survive another City wave.
Yeah. Actually asking about Naomi Lazelle. She did play that. She was brilliant in that Barca game, as she say. She picked up an injury in that game, though, and hasn't been since. I believe we're expecting her back sometime in February. They could do with her. She was really good.
Yeah.
But equally, Casper Ryan and Harvey have had good seasons. They've just not been good today. But no one in a City shirt has, bar Viviana Miedemar. And in flashes, Fowler. Ball into the box from Gino. Jill Rord, header towards goal, just wide. And again, that's where the danger is.
Yeah.
City are much better in the air than Manchester United. They've got a lot of height with Rord, with Miedemar, and from corners they've got Knack.
It's really good for Gino down that right-hand side. It's the first time she's gone direct at George and then outpace her down the line, puts in a good ball, and again, narrowly wide from Rord. City are knocking on the door with half an hour left. Do not count them out. They are still in this match.
Yeah. Lana Smith asking, who do you think will be England's number one in the summer? For me, it has to be Hannah Hampton. United only made 17 passes in the second half. It says it all. 137 for City, 17 for United. They have just... It's all about shutting this game down.
Yeah.
They got that goal. They got that cushion. Now it's how do they just see this out? And brilliant battle there. Knack, though, just pulls turn to the ground.
I think it was a bit of...
Referee has given it the way of United. That looked like Knack pulling, in my opinion.
I'd like to have a look. I thought Turn had a chunk of Knack's shirt. Yeah, Turn's got a bit of her shirt as well. It's 50-50 there. They're both pulling each other.
Yeah.
I think that's fortunate. Turn's smart, though, because she's the attacker. If she's the one that's going forwards and ends up...
Also, because she's close to the ball, because she's in front of her, I know she's pulling a bit on Knack, but it's a bit of a weird one.
City, United really not using that free kick, just punt it long again.
Yeah. So that's what they want to do in this half. Just slow this game down.
It's just kick and run.
Make it difficult.
And that is Sandberg and Mallard receiving instructions for Manchester United.
Good changes.
Yeah.
Bit of pace, bit of transitional threat with Mallard. If they do pick up the ball and want to counter-attack, they can do that with Mallard. Very quick player. Very good in behind.
Misplaced from Letitia.
Little fan says, Wednesday, City versus United again. Could City win? Definitely. Because they'll go back, they'll analyse this game, and it's easier to make adjustments when you are the side that's lost the game. Because you'll be looking at the game and going, what do we improve? Where will we opened up?
Yeah.
For United, it's very much, well, we want to do the same, but it's reacting to how they think City will react.
And because
it's much more difficult too, because you have to be predictive.
And because that's offside, Gatlin's offside. She's in.
Will it be flag? She's brought down by Knack. What's given? Nothing.
Yeah.
Seemingly. I think that is the flag. Yeah. Good call from the line.
Yeah. I think it's one of those where, because it's been such a crazy game, it won't, the result, I don't think will bother either. They won't really take it. As you say, they'll analyse the game, but in terms of the actual outcome and the, who does what, they won't think about it. City won't go into it going, oh, we lost to United at the weekend, so we're going to find it tough on Wednesday. It's a different game.
The biggest call will be personnel. Does Yamashita get the nod? Which I think she probably will after this from Keating.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll give it to Keating to try and reinstill confidence.
Potentially. Yes, well, it's a different scenario. This is a game in the WSL where City would need to win it to have a hope of winning the title. United have got ambition. They're eyeing up second place. Whereas on Wednesday, it's for a place in the Conti Cup semi-finals.
Both about high stakes games though.
They are, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Obviously, both sides will want to win the Conti Cup. They want to go deep, but I think, in terms of league ambitions, it's just interesting. The problem is, I think it changes, as you say. It actually doesn't really have much of an effect with City if City do lose today, because it's not like City are still in the league title fight, so the Conti Cup isn't priority. But if they're 8 points off Chelsea, feels game set match.
Yeah.
Especially for City's title hopes anyway. United and Arsenal might go on to win it.
Football fans, who should be player of the match? Difficult to call with 27 minutes to go, but it's going to be given to Ella Toon, and rightfully so. To be fair, she's finished every opportunity she's had. It's always boring to go for the goal scorers, but when they score a hat trick, you can't do anything about it. So unless Miedemar gets another 2 and they draw level, that's fairly obvious. So it's United coming forwards here, falls to Bizet on the edge, can't quite get a shot away. Does well to hold on to possession though. Miyazawa, now Dominic Janssen.
United getting on the ball
to Letitia now to Turner.
Getting on the ball for the first time this half, really.
And again, it's punted long. Can Riviere keep that in? No, not quite.
They're doing well. Every time they punt it long, it's going out for a throw in City's corner.
And now the double change is upon us. Mallard and Sandberg, you would assume on for George and
Turland.
That's an interesting call. Mallard to lead the line then.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
Turland had her best game in a United shirt.
And as I say, it gives you that transitional threat.
Yeah.
If City are going hell for leather, which you would expect them to do last 20, 15 minutes, then they'll leave Mallard high and they'll be able to then try and break quickly.
And for George, she's on a yellow card. You never want that when you've got the likes of Virginia and Fowler running at her. So easy, obvious change, that one. And an opportunity for Sandberg to come in, who, as Alex said, I think it was, that she did well in the Cup. And she is a very good player, and it's good for United to have her back fit and healthy. 25 minutes to go. I still this game is not over. Unless United score a 5th. Which they might. Bizet.
Can't rule it out.
Really tidy footwork.
Riviere swings the ball in towards the back post. Keating flaps at it, doesn't claim it, but then does sweep it up. And now City will look to play out. Here's Knack. Gives to Harvey. Ball back to Keating. Knack again. Now here comes City. Miyazawa putting the pressure on. Alexandri. Carrying it forwards. Now Park. Virgino. Casper overlapping. Goes inside to Park. Good tackle from Janssen. Falls for Hasegawa. Kennedy. No, sorry, not. For Knack. Does look remarkably similar.
Yeah.
I think someone else commented on that in chat. Fowler's cross is blocked there and out now for a City corner.
Well, another corner. I mean, if they can score from this, 4-3, 25 minutes to go, game is very well and truly on. Riviere just taking a moment, feeling the effects of that challenge with Fowler, but she says she doesn't need the physio, so I think she'll be alright. Oh, It's like Riviere slides in as Fowler slips.
She tackles that, and then Fowler. That means Fowler falls on top of her.
Yeah,
sort of stand on top of her.
Saw one. Nothing wrong with it though. And City will get their corner. They'll be looking for Knack. Every United player will probably be on Knack right now.
That creates a problem in itself. If you've got a double up or even triple up on Knack, that's going to leave bodies in the box. It's a really difficult one to manage. They've gone along the ground and towards the front post, which Maya Letitia will smash right back at.
Why has City not left that? I know
I
know, but it's more that I think someone else has got to tell her that. Someone's got to tell her that can go to the side netting. Just let it run. Another go for Fowler then. Bit of a let off.
Well, this will be a better one. I'm going to try it again. And Olympico, it's saved by Tyler's choice. Header aimed goalwards. It's just wide. Alexandri close to goal.
Miedemar, Miedemar leaves it, and I
Gets
get
out
that.
of the way of it, but she almost needs to touch it on.
Yeah, Olympica attempt from Fowler. Tyler Joyce claws it off the line, and the header from Alexandri just wide. Again, she's pulled clear of any markers. Yeah, Miedemar does well to actually nudge everyone out of the way and let the ball run. She, in anything, she needs to flick it on herself.
It acts as a blocker almost in there.
Yeah. Again, Tyler's Choice is going to take any opportunity she gets just to slow this game down.
So ball forward from Talis Joyce. The battle in there. Won initially by City. United win the second ball. Cleared away by Riviere. Alex, is there any predictions on Bunny and Hemp's comebacks? Not sure. I think... Well, I know Hemp was a month or two when she picked up her injury at the start of December, so you'd assume once full recovery back early Feb. As for Shaw, I'm not sure what the injury was. So yeah, I don't know the timeline on them. Romaine Johnson says Chelsea women again win the WSL. They don't even need Sam Kerr. No, but she's nice to have, isn't she? Love Sam Kerr. What a player. And she should be back in the next few weeks, months.
Oh, Miedemar's picked up.
Viviana Miedemar takes aim. Save by Talis Joyce.
Another good save from Talis Joyce. Another good bit of play from Miedemar. She's had a really good game. Miedemar back leading the line. Has looked really sharp. And again, does well to fashion a shot here. It's well struck, but well played by Talis Joyce, who again has had a really good evening in between the sticks. Made some really good saves. And has just looked comfortable. You know, there's nothing she could have done about either goal, really.
Miyazawa on the ball. Now Riviere. Bizet competing for it. Even if it had gone off the pitch. So it's United's throw. Here's Jade Riviere. Nice options down the line here. Goes long with the throw, looking for Mallard. Headed away in there by Knack. Miyazawa competes for it. Janssen loses out. Park finds Virgino. Virgino's touch takes her wide, but she can work with that ball down the line to Kasparai, who made the inverted run. Galton sticks close to her and she wins it back. Galton's been brilliant tonight.
Yeah.
Has followed that Kasparai run so effectively. Basically rendered her completely futile.
Yeah.
Infertile. I don't know. Neither of those make sense. But you get what I'm saying.
And suddenly, another 10 minutes has passed and United are still winning this game 4-2.
Yeah.
Game management has been superb for United second half.
And Knack tries to just run at United and loses the ball. Pass forward is picked up by Hasegawa, but an odd decision there from Knack.
Got away with one there, I think.
Yeah.
Sure, she got bored.
The football fans, any predictions on who will win the Euro? It's got to be way out for the football fan. We'll be doing our actual predictions close to the time. I'm hoping it'll be England, but
I think there's 3 or 4 names in the ring, really. Very tough to decide.
Yeah.
City are running out of time if they want to get anything from this match.
Yeah, indeed.
Miedemar again doing really hard, but really good from Turner just to keep her at bay and just to keep her where she was.
Two. Riviere. Here is Knack. Now Hasegawa. Ball forward into Park. And Park now will drive at them. Caught in the challenge, just keeps going, Jess Park. Pass back into Knack. Alexandre. It says no Salsa Taylor doesn't trust his bench. No? What is on there?
Mm.
Again, that's the problem with that depth that we've spoken about.
Really good defending from Sandberg. Sees out for a City corner.
Look over the bench tonight. You've got a young Lily Murphy. Again, good player. But do you want to throw into this game? Probably not. You've got Laura Coombs. I don't think she adds much. Laura Blinkilder could. Davies, Pryor, Annetts, who's a goalkeeper, Yamashita, and then Oyama, who would be coming on for her debut. There's just who do you trust on there to come and have an impact? They'll probably bring Lily Murphy on for legs in a bit. They could give Oyama her debut, but I think they'll save that for the Conti Cup or next weekend. But who knows?
Yeah. You feel like this corner, it needs to go in for City if they stand a chance.
Ball floated in. Not dealt with by Bizet. Flicked goalwards by Nat. Claimed well by Tightest Choice, who uses all of her frame to reach and grab that one.
Leaping over her own centre half.
Yeah.
But gets the job done. Claims the ball. Let off for Bizet, who didn't really deal with it at the front post. But United survive another corner. And they are just doing well just to see off this City barrage. Well, City pressure.
Here is Tightest Choice. And she'll go along with it. The problem is they are lacking someone to aim for up there at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's personally surprised to see Mallard over Rachel Williams, given what they're trying to do now. Because they don't need to counter and score a goal.
Yeah.
I guess it's legs up there for the press, which Rachel Williams wouldn't offer. But they've not. City really haven't really had the ball in sustained possession. So it's all been in, and when they have, it's been in United's half. So it's not really about pressing.
Really good from Janssen. Up against Jill Roord. And United will look to come forwards.
Brilliant from Toon into Bizet. Takes it away from Uahavi, but then gets caught by Leila Uahavi. Roared now into Viviana Miedemar. Back to Roared to Fowler.
One of them's got to pull the trigger. Should have been Roared and then should have been Fowler.
Kasparai, and that's stopped by Sandberg.
Really, City, you're 2 goals down with 50 minutes ago. One of them there had to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Jill Roord, with the it was textbook Jill Roord that she found ball fell to her on the edge of the area. Surprised she didn't just drill it. Instead, laid it off to Fowler, who then in her, also didn't shoot.
That's a Garwa. That's blocked out to Roord, and that's blocked again. Kept alive there for City. Fam says, does this game matter, or is Wednesday more important? Both of equal importance, really. This game, for all intents and purposes, puts City out of the title race. Because they'll now be 8 points off Chelsea.
Yep.
With United and Arsenal both on 7. So it makes it really difficult to envision.
9, no?
Maybe, actually, yeah.
Yeah, because the gap was 6. So City will be 9 points off Chelsea.
Yeah.
And United and Arsenal will be 8, which...
7.
Yeah, it's...
So yes, this is, as I say, for all intents and purposes, puts City out of the title race. Laura Blinkill's coming on for Miedemar, so people will be moving around. Probably Fowler through the middle now. And Ella Toon, maybe making way as well. She is indeed.
What a performance.
And a hat-trick on her return to WSL action. She needed that break almost. I know she had an injury, which is why she got it, but it helped her. It's reset her, and she looks a sharper, less mentally fatigued player.
Back to her best. That was for 76 minutes there. We saw the Ella Toon that we came accustomed to seeing, really, across 2023 and 2024.
That's the level. Grace Clinton on for 14 minutes.
What a rotation that is.
And Toon, Skinner, quick to have a conversation with Toon.
Yeah. A positive one.
That looks it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just discussing that performance. But yeah, lovely stuff. But yeah, in terms of which is more important, depends how you view it. I think now, because if City are now at the title race, then they really need to win a piece of silverware. If not, I think Gaucho's gone. Has to be gone, surely.
Yeah, especially if they don't get Europe.
If they don't get Europe or a trophy, this season's been a total disaster.
Yeah. I think he
Coming
has
off
to go.
the back of second place in the league and no trophy. It depends on. Obviously, they've got Champions League, which is going to be interesting. Obviously, that draw coming up next.
Also depends.
Friday after next.
Yeah, it also depends what they do in each competition. If they lose on Wednesday and Continental Cup quarter-finalists, if they get knocked out of the FA Cup, they don't get to the FA Cup final. If they don't, they get knocked out of the Champions League.
Here's Rord. Nice work, Fowler. Shot.
What a save.
Fantastic save from Tyler's Joyce. And that just keeps things comfortable. One goal and it's squeaky bum time for 12 minutes.
Yeah. A goalkeeper who, again, every time she has been called on tonight, she has stood up and delivered. And this is another one of another brilliant save to add to the catalogue. Really good, sharp reactions. Gets down to her right-hand side and just tips what was a really good effort from Fowler. Just
That's
wide.
phenomenal. Utterly phenomenal from Fowler and Tyler's Joyce. No right to make that save, but she does, and it's a crucial one.
She can stop Mary Fowler, but she couldn't stop Chris MD.
No. Or Angry Ginge.
Because that's the standard that she set herself this season.
Here is Alexandra.
Another really solid game. And I feel like with every single game, she's just gone and once again confirmed that it was good enough to replace Mary Earps. She just keeps getting better and better at every game she plays.
Yeah. Jade Riviere quick to react, keeps that alive. Clinton unable to keep that one on.
This very much feels like the damage was done in the well, I would say damage was done in the first half, but obviously City pulled it back. It was those first 10 seconds of the second half for me. If that mistake doesn't come, and if United don't make it 4-2, so within 10 seconds, I think City get back in the game because it'd have been 3-2, and I think they'd have found a goal. But at 4-2, that City had the momentum coming out for the second half, and within 10 seconds, they lost it all completely, and that for me changed the game. United, they learnt their lesson from the first half. They weren't going to go 2 goals up and throw it all away.
Here's Goughton poked out by Kasper. United throw high up the field.
Yeah, with 10 minutes to go, United should just see this out. But a lot's happened in this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if City were to put it back.
I'll be surprised, but it's you have to expect the unexpected.
Exactly. Based on what we've already seen, there's always a chance.
Hasegawa. Fowler one back by United. Letitia. Now Riviere. Try to split in behind. Header one by Harvey. And now City will look to break. Hasegawa. Pulled down there by Clinton.
Silly foul from Clinton, that. And it's going to earn herself a yellow card. "10 minutes.
And Rachel Williams is getting ready for Man United. And this is why Skinner's saved those subs, because these will just kill time.
Mm-hmm.
They use Clinton, they use Mallard, now they're using Williams.
This will be the last change. This is their last stoppage.
Yeah.
So he has to make all his changes now.
Here's Clinton. Tries to take it past Hasegawa, pulls back Hasegawa, but they keep going. City now for Gino. Azua Harvey ahead of her. Comes inside. Here's Hasegawa. Fowler. Too stagnant City. It's picked off by Sandberg. And it's smashed clear. It's going to drop in there for Mallard. Alexandri quick to react. It's gone for a throw. Mallard believes it's United, giving away a City.
I think that was the correct decision.
Hey, she says, great on my FPL team and she gets a yellow. Oh, I don't even want to look at my fancy WSL team.
I captain Russo, which was good.
Stinky week. I'm on 37. Cash prize 0's not helped.
No.
7 from Smith wasn't bad. I captain James. It's gone really well.
Yeah.
Vice captain Carnareed. That's good. I completely forgot to look at the captaincy once I've made all my transfers and stuff. Probably still would have captained Lauren James. Possibly still would have captained Connery too. The vice captains. I've got 8 points from Bright, 6 from Fox. Some clean sheets in there, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd go right with him. I had Kelly Gargo, who
That's not ideal.
didn't start, got subbed on, and then got booked.
Nice.
I had Fox.
Yeah, I've got Clinton who's just done the same.
Yeah, that's good. I captained Russo, which kind of saved me.
Should have gone soon. I've got I was
Marnham
going to
came
go
on.
for Russo. I went for Lauren James because I thought if she's back, Pitt won't have her and she'll just come back and score a hat trick. She didn't play.
Yeah.
So smashing. She'll be back for us though.
Yeah.
Alex says, can't see Kiara starting in the Subway Cup. It's interesting because you either make a statement and you say, well, that performance level has to be better, or you go, yes, she really struggled, but it's still Kiara Keating, and she almost you need her to play to rebuild that confidence. But God, tonight has not been good for her.
I think it'll be Yamashita. I think.
It's almost like it's protecting her in a way, because if she has another stinker, it's just going to be worse.
It's the same up with it,
Right. It's the sort of moment that can see you go from the starting role to being that rotation option.
Yeah.
Especially if Yamashita comes in and does all right.
Good defense from Sandberg. City again. Goal in the next couple of minutes. Blows this game wide open.
Yeah.
Changes for both sides coming now.
Yep, and it's Rachel Williams for Manchester United, and it's Lily Murphy for Manchester City. And so Bizet making way. You see Mallard move out wide.
Another good game from Bizet. Well, she was alright. She contributed. Again, I think you have to credit the whole attack. They were all part of that press. They all played very well.
The football fan asked us to rate out of 5 the transfer of Viviana Miedemar to City.
5?
So it's difficult because you don't get much of a scale. We allowed decimals, or do we have to operate within integers?
I was about to say. Because she's done alright. To be fair, she's been injured for a couple of months. So that makes it hard. But
she came in on our break, so it's really difficult to say it was a bad
scored against Arsenal at the Emirates.
Yeah.
So it really is. I think her best game's come tonight when she's played up front. Bossy, you're not going to play her up front because you've got Katie Shaw.
Oh yeah, the striker. Everyone seems to have forgotten that.
She's a striker.
Top scorer in WSL history, I believe.
Yeah.
Viviana Miedemar. She is a striker.
Pretty good at scoring goals, it turns out.
I'd have made everyone forget that. By playing her.
What is going very messy. Murphy's just coming and cause issues. And there's a player down. Who is it?
Decimals allowed.
3.75.
4.1.
Okay. Fair enough. Sandberg back to her feet.
Oh, is that a bit high? Would it rank it at like 92 out of 100? Probably not.
No.
Now I think about it.
I've gone 3.75.
3.76.
Yeah, good. Well done, you.
Thank you.
City throw, forward of play. Surely. United have managed this second half very well. Caused the damage early, got that fourth goal within 10 seconds, and then I've just seen this game out at 4-2. Hats off to them. If they can just keep holding this up.
Alex says disappointed with Jess Park. We've been invisible in this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
News said overall, if you had to choose this season, Skinner or Taylor, easily Skinner.
Yeah.
Easy.
Hats off to Mark Skinner.
I don't know if it's just because I've watched loads of Manchester United, but I think the football they've been playing of late, vast improvement on the start of the season, especially in attacking areas. I think it's been really good stuff. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good player. Make sure, by the way, to join us on Saturday, or join Harry on Saturday. I don't know if I'll be here. Aston Villa versus Manchester City in the WSL. Then unfortunately, we're not here on Sunday for any streams because, of course, we are at Chelsea versus Arsenal. And then we may have a County Cup game in the week as well to stream because obviously it is City United. The problem is it's on YouTube, so we'll decide closer to the time whether we're live for it. Depends what we've got on. But Should be an interesting game. It just, if it's on YouTube, it's a bit of a difficult one for us to stream. It's not really worth it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Murphy does well against Sandberg, smashed out for a corner by Turner.
To be fair, if there's enough people that would watch, then let us know and we'll stream it. But anyway, corner now for Manchester City. 5 minutes left on the clock. If they could get a goal, no, I think it would just make things a little nervy.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps that's a Skinner in. Yeah.
Of course.
I watched an interview with him. I thought it was quite good. I thought he came across quite well in that, sorry. I know there's been murmurs of discontent and stories that have come out before about his conduct, his behaviour, but I don't know. I think when you look at how they're playing,
But you also look at what he has done. I think, you know, his management of Elatoon has been pretty decent. He's got that right, clearly. Because she's come back in today, New Year, and scored a hat-trick. So, you know, you do have to give him credit. And I think this season has been much better on the whole. And you have to give it, he's a manager that I think that rightfully at times has been criticised, but this season he deserves his plaudits because he's got his side playing some really good football. He's got 11 players out there who want to play for him, and it is working wonders at the moment. And they're going to find themselves in a couple of minutes' time. They will find themselves joint second in the WSL, and still in contention to win the FA Cup and Subway Cup.
yeah.
Sergeant Ratcliffe's beaming from ear to ear at the thought of more money.
The football fan asks, are you doing Manchester City versus Arsenal on the 2nd of Feb? Yes, we will, but I think at the moment we're planning to do a triple up that day, potentially. City Arsenal will be a great game, though. 12:30, 12 o'clock kickoff? 12 o'clock kickoff. Really early.
Man City are only 5 points ahead of Brighton. I'm not saying, I know if Brighton had beaten Liverpool on Friday, City would only be 3 points ahead of Brighton. But obviously Brighton didn't beat Liverpool, so that doesn't matter.
Profound.
I know, but I think that's the situation City are in, is that if Brighton had beaten Liverpool on Friday, they'd have been City could have been one loss away from being 5th in the league. And suddenly, whoever said mid-table would be right.
Yeah.
Because a 12-team league, 5th is kind of mid-table. Why is the referee
Hurrying her along, but in a weird way.
Can you start running, eh?
Come on, run. That should be a... Just hurry up, you're getting wrecked.
Yeah. To a run.
Comical.
Can't start jogging. Just like chatting the mick.
Yeah.
So you're the ref.
I was like the City players, fed. I've been well annoyed.
What are you doing? Don't tell them to run. Look at her.
Okay.
Went all the way over there just telling her to run a bit. Yeah. 6 minutes. City aren't going to find 2 goals.
Alexander smashes it forwards. Fowler. Letitia gets in front, cleared away by Turner. No.
If they did, it would be one of the biggest. I mean, I don't know what I'd do. It'd be incredible.
Scared to be sacked on the spot. Yeah, no, I couldn't see it happening. Here comes Murphy. They're bursting into the box. Sandberg does well to stay with her. Got to watch those hands in the penalty area. Goes now to Hasegawa. Hasegawa trying to fashion a shot. Cross it into the box. Knack meets it. It's blocked wonderfully.
Huge block.
By Maya Letitia.
That was destined for the target from Knack, looking for a second of the game. And if that had gone in, then it would have been squeaky bum time for Manchester United.
Yeah, definitely.
Hit it well. Good block. Corner to City.
Fowler puts in the box. Letitia heads it out. Miyazawa.
Yes, got one.
Yeah, doing wonderfully to hold on to the ball. Now lazy and Grace Clinton. It's a chance for Manchester United. Mallard steaming into the area. Clinton does well to get there. Can she get a shot away? It's blocked.
Now she's got to go to the corner.
Yeah. Knocks it back to Sandberg. Should just go to the corner there.
Yeah.
Sandberg's carrying up the line here. Murphy following her all the way. That's out for a throw. Surely United just go corners now. 4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
You just asked what's in danger for City, says Alex. It is indeed. Right now, you'd have to say they're not one of the favourites to get there.
Yeah, the form of United and Arsenal, you just can't argue against it. Skinner Ball and the Renaissance, you just can't. They're unstoppable.
Yeah. Chelsea Arsenal on Sunday is sure to be a spectacle.
Yeah. And obviously, as someone mentioned, City have still got to host Arsenal.
Yeah, 2nd of February.
United have got to.
Everyone's got to play everyone.
Yeah.
Chelsea have still got to play United.
I'm glad you said
They've still got to play Chelsea.
Arsenal still got to play United.
Yeah. All of the games that happened in the first half of the season got to happen again in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Because this is now exactly the halfway point.
Oh, Gatwin, superb.
Go and ball in.
But why is she knocking the ball in? Just go to the corner.
Roared. Lindkilde carrying it forwards. One back by Riviere. Now Mallard.
Now Riviere runs to the corner. Oh, yeah, superb that. Doesn't quite keep it in, but right idea.
Yeah.
And then it just forces Uehara to go into the corner and then doesn't run off the ball.
And it's about 2 minutes since the end of the half, United, and they've just managed to keep it in there.
Well, we've seen a lot of camera shots so far this campaign where we've seen it cut to Ella Toone with a glum and disappointed face, but that is all smiles on that bench.
Say a face of jubilation, understandably so. A hat-trick today from 3 shots, from 3 touches in the opposition box. That is what clinicality looks like.
Yeah.
Everything she touched turned into a goal.
Superb today, Ella Toone. Back to her best. That is the Ella Toone that we know and love.
But now Williams on there battling away. That's United have got the profiles.
Yeah.
Spot on here.
10 minutes to go. You lean by 2 away from home in the Manchester Derby. You bring on Rachel Williams and she just comes in and starts kicking the ball around. Hold it in the corner.
Clinton wriggles out there really nicely. Driving towards goal. She'll just keep beating them. Gets the shot away, but she couldn't really get out of her feet. She has won a corner, though.
This Toone Clinton rotation is going to be...
How do you bench either
I don't know.
of them?
Because this is marvellous.
But you can't play both of them.
No.
No idea. Yeah. It's an enviable position, though, to have that strength in rotation.
It is.
How do you make that call?
Yeah, even Skinner's having a bit of a laugh with his coaches.
I've never seen him so relaxed. He is mug.
He's enjoying
it.
He
deserves to be.
Yeah,
he's favouring it. Slowly sipping his...
The way he's drinking that.
What is it, lemon? Looks like lemon.
Him looking up the scoreboard there was his I'm him moment. Camera's on. He knows the camera's on him, and he just looks up the scoreboard and just takes it all in. Because he has coached his side today to a superb victory. And thoroughly deserved. And now Rachel Williams is just fighting.
I get he's not having a cup of tea, Mark Skinner, but I think if you're Skinner out at the moment, it's a silly argument. And he may not be your favourite person, the most likeable personality, but you can't deny that it's working out on the pitch at the moment.
Yeah.
The players want to play for him. They're getting results. Tactically, they're with the top sides in the league. I'm back there by Sandberg. United can come forwards. Clinton feeds it through. Great ball. Chance for Mallard to finish the job. Keating with a big save.
Flag up anyway. Yeah.
I look to play now. Neck. Here is Virginia. Wants to take players on. Goes to Neck. Neck down the line into Uehara. Uehara lays it into Virginia. Then makes a narrow run. Good football from City. Strong tackle from Rachel Williams. Thumping challenge.
Brilliant. Done exactly what she needs to do.
Won the Buwan, left a little bit extra in there for the Derby day.
We're ticking over to the 97th here. Not sure why we're playing so long.
Fowler. Now Hasegawa. And that is full time here at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City 2, Manchester United 4. a game of end-to-end action, a second half that felt calm compared to the franticity of the first. But what a game of football. Ultimately, Adela Toon, the difference maker, with a hat-trick on her return to starting contention for Manchester United after a spell out on the sidelines. And well, Manchester United turned Manchester red for only the second time. It's the first time they've won away at Manchester City in their history. Fantastic performance and a brilliant win. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow to review it all. Join us then. 5 o'clock UK time. We'll have our usual WSL review. In the meantime, thanks everyone that has tuned into this stream. Any final comments, Harry?
What a game. And congratulations to Mark Skinner and Manchester United.
Indeed. But yes, that is everything from us today. We'll be back this week with videos. We'll be back next weekend with some live streams. So do join us for all of that. That, though, is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. And we'll see you next time.